everybody doing? Welcome on in to episode 2 of Pugmire, Homeward Bound. I am joined by some fabulous role player and human beings. So let's go around the table and let them... Wait.
Wait, I was doing crazy eyes at the camera.
Okay.
That's all.
I thought maybe you weren't a human and you were going to share that with us.
Our motherfuckers. I'm a dog.
I didn't pick up on the noise you were making, so I thought you were a race of aliens called the Afarf. I come from a race called the Afar.
I heard aardvark, so something else entirely.
Dude,
I clearly said, arf, motherfuckers.
No, not clearly, because you were laughing at your own joke the whole time.
Could have been aardvark.
I'm having a good time.
You're making cute
Thanks.
You know who else is an aardvark? Arnold.
Yeah.
He is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Arthur.
Hey, Arnold.
Arthur.
Who's
Oh.
Arnold? Hey, Arthur.
Hey, Arthur.
Hey,
Arthur,
they're
get
all
off the
actual
show.
aardvarks, but we drew them as humans. That's not
Mikey,
confusing.
thanks for the resub. But let's go around the table and meet these humans. Let's start here with Megan Caves.
Hello, my name is Megan Caves, and I'm playing Reynolds, or Ren as she goes by, who is a hunter.
And we have Amy Vorpahl.
Yes, my name's Amy Vorpahl. I'll be playing Twilly. She is an artisan, and she's a Sitzu. It's fun to say. With a lisp.
With us. And we have Kelly Nugent.
Hi, I'm Kelly Nugent, and I'm playing Pumpkin, the shepherd acolyte, who's just real fun to be around all the time.
Nah.
I like her.
Thank you so much.
And Omar Najam.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Omar Najam. I'm playing Safia. She is sort of like Louise from Bob's Burgers, mixed with Valkyrie from Thor, with a dash of Havana.
What?
Yeah.
What? Oh, no.
Wait. Redo. My character also has some Havana inside her. Wait.
Wait.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if we're sucking up.
Yeah, but I think mine was a little more genuine and not as awkward, Amy. So I'm going to stick with my answer.
And I'm going to stick with mine.
Wait, what part of Safia is me, though?
The part where he's like,
That tracks.
Yeah, it's going to come up a lot more tonight.
And everybody's like, what are you saying, Safia? What does it mean? What does it mean? Is it the sneaky part?
There's a little bit of sneaky. There's a little bit of like mischief making, stirring stuff up. Adventuring. Going
The
through
shitheadiness.
I think also you wouldn't like seeing organs in jars.
Yeah.
But the rest of us.
Oh, gosh.
That is interesting. I do
Yeah.
like, I do
That one
like
gets my nature,
That is
so.
very
adding them
specific to
to
Havana.
narratives. I like adding them to narratives a lot, but then if I'm forced into a body horror scenario, I'm really disinterested. So, interesting. What does that say about me? Are you my therapist now?
Sure.
Perfect. Awesome. Okay, and I'm Havana Mahoney. I will be your guide for this evening's game. And, of course, we are doing this in association with Onyx Path, who are the distributors for the Pugmire.
Oh, that's the part of Twilly that I am.
For the lovely system we are playing, which, of course, is Pugmire. And just a few other notes of business before we get started. Today we are raising money for Pug Nation Rescue of Los Angeles, which is an organization that is a rescue specifically for pugs. And we're trying to raise money today. We believe it's about $125 to waive the adoption fee for one dog. So we're trying to at least raise that much. So if you have some extra money, it's a great cause and is pertinent to our interests this evening as well. And you can learn more about that by using the exclamation point Pug Nation
Rescue.
Explanation point rescue in the chat. And also a quick reminder that all of our NPCs that we come into contact with are based on adoptable animals as well, which later on I think we should be able to have that document available to you. And they're from multiple states, so depending on where you are, there might be an NPC up for adoption near you. Does anyone want to do like a quick recap of what happened last week?
Should we popcorn it?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Do you want to start?
Sure. And then I guess choose who goes next, because that's how we do initiative
That's
in
how
this
you
game.
do it.
And it's how
And
popcorn works.
Oh, yeah.
We should not call the initiative anymore. We should call it
In
popcorn.
elementary school, we used to
Popcorn
really get
battle.
for that.
Pugcorn.
Popcorn.
Popcorn sounds like something like
I
a
just
growth
can't. I
that would
can't get it
develop.
right. Sometime this session, I'm
Maybe-
going to say words that make sense.
maybe-
It doesn't make people feel
Did you
weird.
say pugcorn?
I did.
What about popcorn?
Popcorn.
Yeah.
That's what I thought you said.
That's beautiful. That is better than mine. Yeah, I'm in.
Last episode, we were all in camp together. We started hearing some creepy voices coming from the woods. And as we wandered off, our party splitting in two, we encountered a tree that said if they ever saw us again, they would kill us.
Then we talked our way around the tree, basically. And we went to, I'm really horrible at recaps, so fill in if I miss something. But we went to, the wall. The wall, and we spent about 3 hours trying to get over the wall.
True.
It's your turn.
We found a hutch like in Lost, and we tried to dig through it, but why would we do that when you could merely open it? That led us down into the underworld of this weird crypt kind of place, and demon dogs ran amok. So we found them. None of us initially wanted to kill them, but they made it clear that they were not going to let us live. Ren had the worst time of it. She's probably the best one of all of us. And then we made short work of them. And that's when we kept going along the catacombs to
There's a hallway full of organs.
dun 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 dun. Not that kind of organ.
No,
Amy, did you
record screech.
just do a 40s radio bit by yourself? That just happened.
I said it, not that kind of organ.
Well.
So we see all these organs. Then we see a riddle, and we figure out the riddle. It's a tongue. We get the tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, touching the tongue means sliding doors open. We decide left door, go through. Thank you. And then we're like, oh, let's go through this like very old looking fancy door. We go in the fancy door. Whoa, there are explosive eggs. We get 3 eggs. Each, there's a red one, a blue one, and a gray one.
Mm-hmm.
We each get those, and then we're like, cool, good work. And that's kind of where we left off.
It is.
That is.
Yep.
Good recap, guys. So that's what happened if you missed last episode. Though feel free, and please do, if you missed it, check it out on the VOD here on Twitch or on the Saving Throw YouTube. And with that, we're going to go ahead and dive back in to Pugmire, Homeward Bound. Oh, god damn it, Tom. All right, we last left our players in a mysterious chamber filled with exploding eggs of various colors, left on velveteen pillows atop an obsidian, what would you call it? Thing.
Loaf.
Table.
That's what I called it. An obsidian loaf. All right, so that is, you guys have just procured those items. Nothing bad has occurred due to it, and you are now left in the hallway. And you can either go on ahead where you see it curve, or you take a sharp turn to your left, or you could go back the way you came, check out the other door that opened when you solved the riddle, head down, continue down the hall of organs, go back the way you came, completely through the demon dog cells that now have their corpses littered.
They did.
They did.
Let's keep going. Let's go move forward.
Always go forward.
This direction here.
Continue the way
yes.
we're going.
Away from the organs.
Away from the organs, away from the gifts that you bestowed upon us.
Gifts just. Oh yeah, whose possession are those in?
I got a red one.
I got a gray
I
one.
think I have the blue. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Nice.
Well, you enter into a room, and it appears surprisingly untouched compared to some of the other rooms you've seen. You know, you saw demon dog sort of, you know, in living in there, if you can call it that, and you've seen the stuff put up, and you just left a room with an obsidian loaf in it. So there's been things in rooms decorated and filled with things that maybe they're not necessarily still here, but they were. But this room is sort of surprisingly empty comparatively, and for such a large room, because it's probably the largest room you've been in so far, other than where you entered. But yeah, it seemingly to the initial glance is completely empty.
Can we all get in there? Can we all fit?
Yeah, would you like to, you're sort of in the hallway looking into the room now. Would you like to enter it?
Should we throw like a rock in there first?
Yes, I think a rock would do nicely.
Okay, someone give me a search check for a rock.
Oh, I'll look for a rock. Sure. Sir! Yeah, oh, I don't have search. We wisdoming? Oh, y'all, that's a 1. Oh, these guys are going in the dungeon.
And we do have 13 fortune left over from last session. That's thanks to
Awesome.
chat and the
Thank you.
resubs
Thank you.
and things like that. So if you do sub or resub to the channel or gift a sub, then fortune will be added to the bowl, and we have 13 left over from last session. So
Fortune favors the bowl.
where were you at before you came here? Like a pun convention? What?
I was at a junket.
A junket. Yeah.
I got a 22 for search.
A 22. Well, you find a sizable rock.
I found
hefty
a rock.
Oh,
Basically.
nice.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
you
throw
out
it
in the
there.
front. Yeah, you might have to jostle around. We'll switch you trade places with Pumpkin here.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll just throw it
Oh, I thought that was me.
right into the middle of the room.
Okay. When you throw that rock into the room, it hits the ground, and there's this beat where nothing happens. But then the floor starts to move like this, and it's sort of like an angular pie, like a hexagon sort of thing. So it's got these edges, but then there's these triangular pie pieces that slowly start to dip down into these sort of like pointed slides, and they keep going until they are completely 90 degrees down into this gigantic pit.
Thank you.
Hey.
I give you a permit. Wow, what a wonderful idea that you had. That could have been us.
Could have been.
Oh, thank man. I'm so glad.
Yeah. Where do we think that goes?
Does
Can
anyone
we,
want to
like-
look at the pit?
Yeah, I'll kind of lean over and
Okay.
look.
So you look down into the pit, and it's very, very dark down there. There's no source of light. Go ahead and give me a notice roll. And do you have like low light or dark vision?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But I do have notice, so I got
Okay.
that going. Oh, cool. I rolled a 1.
Gosh!
What? Do you want to stick with that?
No. No.
Yeah,
Is
fortune
it okay if I use a fortune?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Thanks.
So if
Notice.
you can justify it, you can use that as an automatic triumph, or you can use it to reroll your roll.
I don't know that I have any thoughts on that, so I'll just re-roll. Okay, I got a 3, so that's a 7 total.
A 7. You can see a slight movement in the darkness,
What the?
and you can sort of hear a little clipping noise, but you cannot really decipher the size of it, if it's one thing, if it's multiple things, what it is. So
All right, well, I think we've got a couple of options here, or a couple of things to figure out. So either there's someone else in there that we should probably try to set free or save, or there's some sort of monster that wants to eat us. So I just saw movement, didn't see anything else. So what do we think?
Okay, well, I could drop my torch down there. And if they're a friend, they need light anyway.
That's very true.
And if they're a foe, they'll catch
On fire! Oh, Ma.
Oh, daughter.
Let's try it.
All right.
Okay, so you'll move near the front here, Pumpkin.
Pardon?
Throw them
Gimme.
a warning if you just throw them. Well, maybe I don't know. You do you.
Okay. Man, protect you!
You drop the torch on it. So it falls for a little bit, hits something, and then you hear this scream. Where it's just sort of like this high pitched screech,
Yeah.
and then like a very loud clacking noise as something is sort of moving its legs around and maybe what you would perceive as like gnashing its teeth. Do you want to look down there?
Yeah, I want to look down there.
Okay, so when you look down into the pit, since there is the torch and a sort of it's caught on this creature and it's sort of smoldering out against the side of it, but it is a gigantic ant queen. So she's got this huge abdomen and these other sections on that piece together her body, and then 6 gigantic legs that sort of when they hit the ground make this pretty horrible like dense tapping noise, and she does it pretty furiously now that there's like fire on her, and her mandibles are probably like the size of Safia. And they're gnashing together furiously in anger, and you see in the torchlight her giant bulbous black eyes glinting with fury.
What in Pugmire lore, do we know what an ant means?
You would
is it
have
friend or foe?
You would have known from just sort of the training you got. If you hadn't actually encountered them, it's a distinct possibility you would have.
Oh,
They're
okay.
sort of, if you've done any missions outside in the Fearful Forest, they're not abnormal.
Okay.
It's unlikely you would have ever run into a queen because they're specifically in the in the hive, as it were. So they're not out in the forest gathering anything or something like that. So unless you deliberately like went into an ant den, you would not have seen this before, but you would know what ants were either from seeing them or from learning about them during your pioneer studies of like things you might run into.
Are they
when on your
uplifted
missions.
creatures or
No.
They're not. Okay.
They're definitely monsters, and while maybe not like inherently evil, they're pretty mindless comparatively and just incredibly protective. And you've stumbled upon like their queen. So yeah, she's giant and pissed.
If she's there, does that mean that there's others of those around somewhere that we should watch out for?
It could mean that. I mean, it doesn't look like she's trying to climb up the thing, so maybe we should just go away.
What we should
Leave her to her own devices.
What we should be down there for? You think this is just a random trap room for someone to fall into?
Could be. And Savia's wonderful idea of throwing a rock might have just saved us.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to throw the rock like all the way through and like hit the wall. Not to check, I just wanted to break something. I thought
No,
they
I
were
thought
about-
you had. We thought you had a good idea. We should probably just stop there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just, man gives us things. Just take them.
And then chuck them across the way. And hopefully hit like a glass.
Oh, Savia, you're digging
like a glass
yourself
thing.
a bigger ant hole.
Well, so do we think... Ant hole.
That one was for you.
It's all these little seeds, Ma. Now, do we think she... Okay, is the queen guarding something?
That's what I'm wondering. Wait, can you see? Can you see anything else down there?
So she's a big ant queen.
But the good news is she's not. She's not.
Big eyes.
She's not crawling up the wall.
No, and she's banging her feet on the ground. Oh, maybe I'll hit the, like, in a similar way. I'll hit the side of the tunnel thing that
my
we're
gosh.
standing against, and maybe it'll communicate with her.
Okay.
I'm gonna try hitting
my
like
gosh.
in a like in the same way that her feet are going.
Okay, well, to this point, she's sort of, since with the fire that fell on her and all of that going on, she sort of hasn't been paying attention to you guys directly. But now the fire is sort of smoldered out against her really dense carapace, and so when you start doing that,
Great word.
what?
Carapace.
That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
Exoskeleton.
Good.
I mean, we both were impressed, right? Okay.
I really
Listen,
liked it.
if you guys, we can
I like
take a
it
minute
too.
if you need to like soften your erections. We can.
Nope. All good.
Yeah,
No.
you soften it.
Like a butter in the microwave.
Down, down, little baby.
your trapper keeper out. So it's sort of burnt out against that, so you can't really see her anymore. But with the little light from the hallway, and when you start tapping, you can see in the darkness those two black bulbous eyes as they turn up to you, and the little the little light from the hallway hits the eyes and starts glinting back at you. So now she is most definitely paying attention to you.
Okay.
What did she say?
She's not She's not really talking yet. I have nothing with animals.
Yeah, do you speak ant?
No.
I have knowledge in nature.
I think it's. Oh.
I don't know if
Wait,
that's
can't one of. Did someone speak with an animal last time? No?
Not me.
Okay.
No.
Definitely wasn't me.
We talk to dogs.
I have sense motive.
Oh.
Could I do that? Could I?
Y'all are just two bitches
I'm not
banging
sure.
on a wall
I'm not sure that would
sounds
work on an.
I'm so angry!
Okay.
Yeah, I'm so angry too.
Well, at this time, while you guys are discussing what to do, she is going to try and start climbing up the wall
Okay.
to get at you.
Oh,
and
no!
her pincers are
no,
now clacking together
no.
slower,
And
sort of
she's-
like more methodically.
Is she successfully like climbing up?
She is good at climbing.
She is good at climbing. See,
Accept man
I'll
into your
roll
life.
just in case. Yeah, she just got a crit. So. So she is coming up. The pit is deep, but she is fast and she is large, so she is making headway very quickly. The couple options you have, I guess, well, you guys have unlimited options because you're your own humans, but just as far as what's left in the room for you to utilize, the sort of like pie, the angular pie piece that's been cut out by those slats has left a little room around the edge of it to maneuver around. It would be something that would be a little tricky for you to do, but you could do it. And then of course you can go back out the way you came. And
we could
whatever
throw
else
our
you
bombs.
think
We could all throw our bombs down there.
The eggs.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Is she big enough to fit through the door that we walked into?
Is she
We don't
too
know.
big?
We don't know. She could be flexible.
Jelly ant.
Oh my god.
Like a mongoose.
Yeah.
I vote we just go.
Yeah, we might as well run. We could try throwing one of those bombs down there.
Since I was the one who enraged the creature, I don't mind using my egg, and you can save yours for a better moment.
I'm good with that.
Okay, I'm gonna throw my gray egg.
Okay, before you do that, let's go ahead and roll for initiative.
Oh, it is shit.
Initiate an
All right,
attack.
come on,
Yes.
rainbow die, be better. Yeah, on the crack. Ooh,
Okay.
not the worst. I love that one. Does it light up? It looks like
It
there are
does.
gears inside. Sweet.
It does. light
Not
up.
gears, you know, the thing that.
It lights up on me.
Oh, it does?
Oh, cool.
Yeah, there's a blue one in here. It does too. Somewhere. Use for Ava.
It's beautiful.
Excuse me.
16.
What number? 16?
13.
7.
4.
18.
No.
What?
All right. At this time, since you are at the front of the hall,
Yeah.
she is going to. She's quickly made it up the side of the room.
The power of man
she's
compels you.
come up over the lip of the drop, and she's now on even footing with you and crawling up into the hall at you. And her pincers are definitely slender enough to fit in there. So what she's going to try and do is grab you.
No!
So, okay, so I'm going to roll against your defense. So I've got a 19 to hit.
So you wait, hold on, and also you threw the torch
I'm sorry, a
down.
20 to hit.
Fucking what? You threw the torch down, right? But we still have a hooded lantern,
Mm-hmm.
and it's. Oh, is that why you're wearing a hood?
No, this is just what I'm wearing.
Nice.
Cute, cool.
I'm not. I'm
you have
not
a hooded
my lantern.
lantern.
Okay?
That's fine.
At the end of the day, that lantern goes to its house. I go to my house. So please.
Okay, I have a 10 for defense, so not great for me.
So it attacks.
How come we never see Omar and a lantern in the same room?
Doesn't matter. It's not important. I'm sure at some point you have.
Okay, so that is going. Oh, whoops. So that's gonna be 6 piercing damage,
Yow!
and she's going to grab you.
It's too many.
I'm grabbed.
So she's gonna grab you
Can we level
and
Right now.
no. Take a long rest while your friend gets eaten by a giant ant. What is your HP at? Your stamina at?
9.
Perfect.
So I have how much?
You have 3 left. You got
I
6
took
points
6.
of damage. Yeah.
Oh.
And since she effectively landed an attack on you with her pincers, she is going to grab you, which is actually going to
What?
saddle you with the condition immobilized.
Oh, I love these cards so much.
Yeah, we got
Great.
official Pugmire cards for conditions, spells,
Beautiful.
tricks, and our initiative cards.
This pug is definitely
the
trying to
immobile
take stuff out of the fortune bowl. That's what that
Oh wait,
is.
you're player 1. I'm player 2.
I'm player
Oh, neat.
5.
Player
Okay, so
2.
you cannot move.
Ready
Attack
to
rolls
go.
against you have an advantage, and your attack rolls are at disadvantage. You also have a disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. There is your condition, and
Shoot.
the monster's turn is done. And
Yes, I think she's done enough.
Man, guide me.
I don't
man,
know.
guide me, man,
What
protect
do
me.
you guys think? I nerfed the hell out of her attack. By the way,
Oh.
she is a beefy gal.
What'd you call me?
I'm gonna choose Amy to go next.
Oh, you get to do that.
Yeah,
'cause you're-
and
okay,
then I'm
great.
going to flip over my initiative card.
right,
It's
right.
already gone.
Okay, all right. Wait. Oh, and you're gonna throw your deal?
She can't.
I'm
She's
I'm
grabbed?
immobilized, so
Oh,
I can't
shoot.
move.
Okay.
Attacks roll against me have an
I'm-
advantage, and I'm. At
She's
disadvantage.
essentially
Okay,
some sort of prone.
that's fine. Then I'm gonna actually cast this. Well, I like magic missile, and I only have 2 slots left, so I'm actually gonna do elemental ray, and I'm going to let's see. I'm gonna do white for cold, and I need to make a ranged spell attack, which is a +2 for me. Please make it, baby. Yeah, a 9. So a 9.
Plus anything?
It was 7. God. Okay, fortune.
Fortune.
Yeah.
Fortune.
Right now, absolutely.
Fortune.
Okay, I think it definitely hits. She's a massive son. You said it yourself. She's a beefy gal. This ray, she's got my daughter in her pinchers. There's no way that my elemental ray and my mommy sense doesn't like zero in on my target, which is probably her big fat butt, her carapace, and her carabutt. Carapace.
Are you okay? What's happening?
I'm
Is there a
okay.
gas leak in here?
No, am I acting crazy?
I'm following you, logic.
You have done just 100% more puns.
As you're about
than
to
you
shoot
ever have.
magic out of your finger. Like,
Like, am I?
Hold me back! I'm gonna do it. Okay. So white for cold. So that's my argument, I guess.
For a triumph.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
For a fortune, I can do that. Yay.
You can. Here.
Okay, so you get a 1d8 of damage of cold. 8, max. 7.
Hey!
Really great.
Wow.
And
really
anything
good.
else?
No, I'm gonna stay exactly where I am. I like being in the back.
Okay. So, I think that was our first fortune-fueled triumph. So
Yes,
that's really
I think
exciting.
so.
Yes, because I didn't know we could do that. But
I
when
think
you-
that totally makes sense. You Twilly definitely has intense mommy helicopter parent senses, and they go off as soon as Pumpkin is caught in this.
Not my baby!
Pincers. Who the queen is probably 8 times bigger than Pumpkin, who's bigger than all of you. So
While this is happening, like right as before you do it, like the pinchers are holding me, and I'm like, man, and then I'm like, Ma!
Yeah! I took that N right off of there. Oh, that's cute.
Very cute. So yeah, that's a triumph, and since it's a triumph, a little something extra happens. That's how this system plays.
Okay.
So how much? It was 7 points of damage.
Yes.
Not that it matters.
Okay.
Not even gonna write it down.
Oh man.
Yeah? Oh, yeah?
But since it's a
Interesting,
triumph,
interesting.
you blast it actually. You blast it in the ass, as
Yes,
you
I
say,
do.
in the big ol' mama booty, and that slowly starts spreading all over its giant abdomen and freezes it up, and the surprise of that sensation and the pain that came with it causes the Ant Queen not only to release her pincers from Pumpkin, but she loses her grip on the wall, and so she falls back into the pit, which is she's about the size of the pit, but falling back at an angle is actually quite a drop for her. So when she hits the ground, she is going to be prone, and you can see the 6 of her legs just writhing like furiously as she's trying to re-up herself. So
She dropped me in the hallway or back where
she
is?
dropped you in the hallway. So she had
Oh
reached
my
her pincers
gosh.
into the hall to
Oh my
grab you,
man.
and that's where we ended. So
Oh my
her
gosh.
next turn probably would be pulling you in, but we didn't get that far. So you are, the condition will be cleared as soon as you can right yourself.
Okay.
So,
Already gone.
and you get to choose who goes next.
I want my baby. Save yourself.
Okay, I'm gonna right myself. Can I?
Do you get back immobilized?
Yeah, I give. Okay, so
Yeah, give it back, but that's counts as your action.
Okay. So now I'm up. Woo! Well, I did not save her.
Yeah, Twilly is sweating like a beast.
Oh my!
And I don't think dogs can sweat, so this is weird.
This is
weird.
She's panting like a
Yes, there you
Yeah.
go. She's panting.
Yeah, why are you all wet? How did that happen? So you're able to
Yeah.
use a free action.
this is
You're able to anything like that.
My daughter.
But yeah, you've used up your action. You can also use your movement.
I'm gonna move away from where I was standing. I want to move.
You're gonna back it
Yeah, I
down the
wanna back
hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, do you want to go behind everybody?
Oh yeah.
Excuse me.
Oh, if she
Oh,
passes
pardon,
me,
pardon. Excuse me, pardon.
If you pass me, I definitely give you a hug.
Oh yeah.
For free.
Free hugs.
Free action? Bonus action hug.
Bonus action hug.
Reaction.
Yeah, you can do that.
Oh, thanks, Ma. Woo!
You know I got you.
I overstepped my bounds there.
Okay, so you get to choose who goes next. The Ant Queen is still trying to right herself, as far as you can tell, and she's probably more angry than she was before.
Safia.
I'm gonna throw a dart. I don't have much else. I'm not getting rid of the lantern.
Do you have... Oh, no. You're not one. You're not an explosive egg boy.
Mm-mm.
Or a girl. You're a girl.
Yeah, I don't have an explosive egg in general. So I'm gonna throw a dart.
Okay.
Smash her in the face.
You'll have advantage since she's prone. So.
Yay!
Wow.
Gonna need
What is
it.
our problem?
Gonna need it.
What?
3.
What? I need... Oh, my gosh. Yeah, fortunate.
Let's retire this. I thank you. I would like to.
Wow.
Well, since we're having so much fun with fortune, I would like to say that because I'm like really angry, and I'm looking down in the pit, like I'm able to just like chuck this dagger at a huge target. It's a huge target,
Not moving.
and I was throwing daggers at like tiny little branches when we were camping.
You're throwing your daggers at branches.
I was having fun.
Oh, yeah, you practiced.
I practice all the time. I'm a hard worker.
Okay, I'll allow it.
Thank you.
Yay!
So you don't need it. Here, we'll put this here anyway.
See if you can hit this writhing barn. Do you have someplace in particular you want to hit her?
Ooh, call that shot.
Oh, because I don't know nearly enough about like.
Because this is a triumph, so it
Yeah.
would have an additional, positive effect.
I want to
as
go right for
success
like
goes.
the middle section, like where like all
the belly.
the belly of the beast.
Okay.
I would to go for the belly of the beast. I'm sure there's smarter
Thorax.
places to
Is
go.
thorax
Can you
the word?
roll your damage? The thorax is the
Yes.
the thorax is the butt, right? And the abdomen's the middle one.
Oh, abdomen.
And the
You
head.
said
Insects
that.
have 3 segments, and arachnids have only 2.
Well, she's an
Facts.
insect.
Ooh, I got 2.
Yeah, what?
2 damage.
Yep. It's just a dart.
Triumphant and dart.
But it starts to all turn white. It falls down another few feet, maybe.
Yeah, a hole opens up, a sinkhole. No, you do. How many diamonds do you have?
I got 20. No, this is dart. I got 20 darts.
Oh, 20. Sorry.
Now I got
dart.
19 darts.
19 darts. Okay, so it is going to it's going to strike her dead on in the middle of the abdomen where you aimed at. So,
That's for going after my friends.
Yeah.
and she's gonna when it hits her, she's gonna let out that sort of like really high pitched scream that you heard earlier when the torch landed on her, and the writhing is only going to get more furious. Yeah.
Okay, but now she got a dagger in her. I mean,
That dagger is stuck in her belly.
that's gonna
Stuck
come back.
there.
It's called foreshadowing.
So you've gone, and
Yep.
you get to pick who goes next.
I'm gonna throw it over across the table.
Yay! Come on, Ren. Finish her up.
I'm gonna throw this egg down there on her.
Yeah!
Egg time! Best time.
Yes.
Egg time.
Anyone know how this works?
I guess we'll see.
Oh yeah, we do not know how it works.
We rolled so many things to find out what these things were.
Will you actually, since that hit so spot on, will you just roll a second set of damage
Mm-hmm.
just for like a critical hit since it didn't actually have it?
Ooh.
Does that add anything to that?
No, it's just no.
It's just 4.
Just
Okay,
4.
cool. Thank you. Sorry, go ahead, Megan.
Yeah. I mean, looking at pulling the egg out, is there anything that looks like an obvious like detonator or something?
Yeah. If you take a second to examine it, you would sort of think that the pointed end at the top is sort of like what we would know as a pin.
Okay.
So if you sort of yank that off, then a ticking would start to occur, and then you could toss it.
I'll kind of look at it.
Which
and
color
go,
one do you have?
I have blue. And I'll go, this looks right! And so I pull that out and throw it down.
Yes.
We should probably run the other direction. And I'm gonna try
Okay.
to like take cover, basically.
Let me see where I put the stats for this. Oh, I didn't. Perfect. Sorry, let me find it really quick. I've got it dog-eared. I've got it dog-eared.
Mm-hmm. I think you did it. Ren.
Oh.
She got what she got what was coming to her.
You came into her private room and beat her up.
Yeah, just like a guide. It defends your monsters.
I mean, am I wrong?
Guide dog.
Okay, sorry, what color was it?
Blue.
All right, go ahead and roll 3d6 for me.
Okie dokie.
Oh, and I'm sorry. Wait.
Oh.
Check. And roll me a dexterity check first.
Dex? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a tray.
That is awesome.
Dex.
Is that a tackle box?
It was actually a box that let's see real quick. That's 13. That my aunt
Oh,
gave me a bunch of new age oils and stuff when I was a kid.
Ooh.
Unless it's been
Essential
blessed.
oil.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
okay, yes. 3d6 cold damage. That you succeeded on that dex save.
Yes.
It's an ice egg. It's an ice egg.
Nice.
11.
11.
Pretty great. PP great.
PP.
I didn't mean to say that. I'm not. You're right. You're right. Off night. I don't know what to say. We're gonna have some fun, but off night.
Punchy.
Is there anything else you want to do with your turn?
Get away. I pretty much want to throw and kind of go, I don't know how big this is, and try to head the other direction as far as I can.
I don't know how big this is.
Yeah!
Um,
I'm a speedy runner, so...
so you want to back it down the hallway here?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be like, come on everyone, as I like, we should get out of here, as I do that.
Nice.
Okay, and you're gonna communicate to everybody else who would like to run away?
Yes.
Okay, well, that, the egg you throw, the effect it has on the giant ant queen is, you saw the ray, what it did to the ant. What your egg does to the ant is like that times 10.
Ooh.
So instead of covering like a large part of, or the abdomen or the thorax or something like that, it slowly creeps, or actually really swiftly creeps its way across the entire body. And the legs that were once writhing viciously have now slowed down to this creaky, sort of like flinching and twitching. And it significantly slowed it, and it seems at this point unable to right itself with any sort of efficiency.
Nice.
So that's sort of where you're at. Rin has suggested you guys run away. Is that what everybody else would like to do? Or would you like to continue to try and...
Well, I guess we can't see it, but is she still making noise? Like, is she still kind of alive?
What you're hearing now is... like, not like her like screeching or anything, but what you're hearing now is sort of like... You know when something's frozen, but you break it? That sort of like crick noise,
man. Yeah, let's
go.
go.
The cracking and the, and it's very, very awful noise.
I like the idea of leaving.
Oh, but I kind of want my dart back.
We're right.
No, we can go.
Yeah, we're right behind you. I'm right behind you, Ren.
That's the Havana part, isn't it? I see it now, yeah.
Let's see if there's a way to close this organ door.
Close the organ door. Everybody give me a wisdom check really quick.
Sure. How wise can one be? None at all. Ooh, a 10, a solid 10.
Ooh. 23.
Thank you, Modern Chum.
Hey, thank you.
So wise.
15.
What'd you get?
So,
23.
Holy Can I see that die? What is
21.
And Amy, what'd you get?
I got a 10.
Well, everybody realizes that the queen, as she is now, there's no way she would fit through the hallway you're back into now, or what from what you could see of the door on the other side. Not that one either. You guys got above 20.
Mm-hmm.
What you would kind of realize on top of that is maybe she came into that room via a tunnel made by the ants. So though she can't fit into these sort of like people constructed hallways, that doesn't mean she doesn't have a way to get around other than that. But as far as where you are right now, you're unreachable, but she might have a different tunnel system for traveling. So that's just what you know. So you can go about your way.
Well, I think we took care of that one, but maybe keep an eye out for giants.
I sure will.
We're safe from her from now.
Yeah.
I'm coming back to get that dart.
Yeah. That seems like a really good
It's
We'll
like a
do that
Moby Dick
later.
situation. It's stuck in her forever, and you're always trying to catch her.
That's my white ant.
Okay, where would you guys like to go now?
So back the way we came, maybe through that door and then...
Out into the hallway of Oregon's.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then
Do we
into
wanna
the other
go
one.
Into the other
straight
organ
ahead
door?
or to
Yeah,
this-
is that one open?
This one opened when you solved the riddle as well. These
Yeah, let's
two
go into
doors
door
open.
number 2.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
Mhm,
you
mhm.
go down that hallway, and it leads you right back into the room where you started.
Yay, the ballroom.
Oh.
It feels like home!
Oh.
Well, do we want to go back the way we came, or do we want to just choose a new path?
New path!
New path.
What? This is... Do we see this? What the hell is
That's
this?
sort
Is that
of
in the
just
same
a
room?
part where the cavern is attached to the ceiling, so
Oh, okay.
it's obstructed. But there's ways around it. Excuse me.
Okay.
We want to go north. We could go up to the right or to the left, I suppose, if we're facing north.
This is metagaming, but I want whatever the fuck is in there.
Me too.
I can't stop you from metagaming, but I can punish you for doing it.
Let's go the other way.
I'm just kidding.
I like the floofy Easter basket paper. Y'all in?
Oh yeah.
Well, this way is super intriguing. I think I smell extra floofies over here. Oh, maybe a nice nesting for nurturing my babies. I'm trying to like roll.
How can you smell that? That's very strange. All right, I mean, if that's the way you want to go.
Well, I always say go right. Like, so we should always go north.
Mm-hmm.
Because North Star, man.
I'm not
Fine,
sure that you would
man.
know down here which way north was. You can roll me a wisdom check if you want to try
I'm
and
going to try.
figure it out, but it's not going to be easy to orient yourself. No, you do not know which direction north is.
6 is the total.
I'm all in for going north. I think it's a wonderful idea. Which way is that?
I don't know.
Maybe we already went north then.
Yeah, maybe we are.
Oh yeah. Well, okay. There's different. There's basically one. We could go up.
Him or him, right?
And the first route you took was here,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which you would recognize that because the bones and
So we could go.
the curvature
yeah,
of the
yeah,
hallway.
down.
Is that just a dead end?
Is this a
Can
wall?
we tell?
This leads. If you went over here and checked, you would see it leads back into the room you were just
Oh,
at.
it leads.
Oh my god! We just took a shortcut.
You go back and she's like,
We like play hide and
Told
seek.
you I'm getting that
We
dart.
play hide and seek where they were like, oh, you can't see me. Go all the way around. Oh, it's me again.
I picture if Safia retrieving the dart is when Lady Gaga jumps off the roof at the Super Bowl.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Safia just going.
Yeah.
Honestly, as
Like-
a lifelong Niners fan, that was my favorite catch in football of all time.
Someone
And-
caught her?
No, she caught the ball.
What?
What?
We're talking about Gaga's catch at the end of the Super Bowl halftime show?
I was talking about when she
When she
jumped off
comes
the
in.
top of the dome.
We're talking about two different jumps. I'm
I
talking
thought
about
maybe
the
she
end
jumped off the top of the dome and then caught a
Hey.
football.
Yeah, I thought so too. I was like,
At the end of her show, she
missed
caught
that.
football. Someone
Okay.
threw it and she just
No, the part where she jumped off the top of like 100-story building.
Yeah.
Is what I was talking about.
I would say as a lifelong Niners fan, that was the most impressive football jump from the top of a stadium to the bottom of a stadium.
Thank you so much
oh,
for acknowledging
we got
our
back.
queen
We got back.
and her skill set.
In the shala shala shashala low.
Oh no! Harold, eat him!
I say we go not in the scary close-knit tubes.
Not in the scary close knit tubes.
I say we go into the bigger area.
I'd probably
Oh.
just mess that up a little bit. There would be
Oh.
room for you to walk comfortably. I just
Oh,
drew
I have no
kinda
preference.
quickly.
Okay, well, actually, to not meta it. What would we smell from here or there?
Yeah, like which?
Do we get?
do you have a?
I don't have anything special for scent, but
I can scout ahead. I'm small.
ooh, maybe. Well, gosh, that's kind of.
We're looking for a relic again, right? That's what
Yeah,
we're
we're looking for a relic.
Do relics historically have a scent or anything like that we could trace?
No, they're all different.
Okay.
So
Because I was gonna ask about smell magic, but that only
I
has a 30.
can smell magic on each
only
of the
has-
entrances. Oh yeah, you're
I have
right.
30 foot
It only is
Yeah,
30
it's
feet.
short.
Well, why don't we just go one way? It's likely we'll have to go
I
all
really
of them.
want to go this way. I
Let's-
really want it. I want it so bad.
Well, let's go that way then,
Alright.
because apparently you smell interesting things there.
Apparently.
Okay, Ma.
Okay, so we'll go that way.
Okay.
and I will say that Pumpkin is at a low.
Oh, shh. Do I have a heal spell? I don't think I do.
I don't know who else has
I have
taken
3
damage.
out of
I have-
What are you've taken 1
You're
point?
right, you're right. Small
I'm
magic,
at
magic,
6
magic,
out of
shield.
11.
6 out of 11. So,
I do have a jar of licking wounds. I have a jar of licking wounds, which is just what I named it.
I love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I apply that to her? Good call.
Wait, how would you like to apply it to your daughter?
I'm gonna lick her. I'm gonna lick right on that wound. I'm gonna lick into the jar, and then I'm gonna lick it onto her wound. Where's your wound?
I think it's probably around my arms, right? Because it was bit.
You're
You
gonna
got
put it in your mouth?
No, because I'm an uplifted dog, and I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't.
I mean, you might.
Okay,
Be
let's.
uplifted and weird.
Trip.
I mean,
Here's my point on it is it's already used. There's a finite amount. That's just what
right.
you know what I mean.
there are 3 uses left.
If you accidentally consume it, then you're wasting
yeah.
charges. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Based in
no,
an accident.
no.
I mean, if you purposefully waste them, yeah, I guess not.
No. I'm gonna paw it out. Because I saw the paw marks in there, so I know that that's how it's done. Because Buttface did it.
Fruit Loop!
Fruit Loops.
Buttface! He has a cute face.
Fruit Loops, Staffordshire, white dog, heavy armor, 2-headed axe. Is he the one who gave it to me? Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yep.
He was silent. Silent doggy.
Gross.
So, how you feel?
Ren actually says that. Fucking sick.
So what does it do to me? All better?
I think
What?
you're better.
Hold on, no. You do feel
Better than before!
You're just spreading what you deem to be 1/3 of what's there.
Yes.
So she spreads that on you, and you get this very fantastic sensation. It's similar to when you are blessed or you bless others. That kind of warm, sort of like the feeling of like a bell ringing, but kind of coursing through where it was applied to your skin. And you can recover 1d8 stamina points.
You roll it. You're better than me at rolling.
5.
Pretty great.
That's pretty good.
That's good.
Fine.
Oh yeah, it's got me back to almost full, baby.
Awesome. Mama to the rescue again!
Oh, thanks, Ma. And thank you, man, for bringing all of these things into our world.
Are you at full?
No, 8 out of 9.
You have an option with this. You have an option with this to
Sell your
spend a
soul.
stamina dice
Mm-hmm.
to do that again. So the base function of it is that you recover 1d8 stamina.
Mm-hmm.
But if you spend a stamina die, which you have a limited number of, it can only be recovered during a long rest.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can add an additional roll additional 1d8 of stamina points. But that's up to you.
And in order to use, so this stamina dice, it's pretty much like I can only use it when like the game tells me I can, right? Like if a spell is being used or for this item.
Sure,
It's
it's
not
usually
like I can't-
indicated by a condition
Right.
or a spell or a trick or
Okay,
something like
so
that.
I can't just do
Or this
it.
is a fix. So.
Okay. Then in that case, I will use it.
Okay. How many do you have total?
1. So I'm just gonna use it, and then I'll wait for a long rest to get it. And I really only need 1 more.
Yeah. Don't have
Nice.
a weird
6,
die.
yay.
Oh,
Nice.
so nice.
No temporary
So
stamina. So.
So now,
And you have,
I'm
would you
full.
mark that you just have 2 uses of that left?
Yep, you got it.
All right, so you are healed up. Rin is looking a little rough, and
Oh, really?
you're
Are
fine.
you?
You're
Do you
got
need
a little
6
scuff, and you're at full, right? You're good.
I'm full.
Yeah,
I'm full.
okay.
Full.
So
Do you want me to use my healing licking wounds on you?
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't turn it down.
Here we go.
I also have
And that-
heal.
this is actually the first time you've used
never
that too. So that's you sort of now understand
it
how
doesn't
it's
help.
used.
Oh, this is nice. I'm gonna have to see what herbs and stuff are inside it, so maybe I can make my own one day.
And it's going to be on page for your reference
Okay.
from now on. It's going to be on. I've already lost it.
Is it called Jar of Licking Wounds?
No, that's a great name though for it. It's called Master Ointment,
Master Ointment. It's like.
and it's on page 175, 176 for reference.
Okay. The Master Ointment. Would you like me to use some of my? Yeah, we already went over this. Here you go.
I feel like you're making some of those noises.
No, what noises?
She definitely is.
I'm just having fun with it.
Yeah.
Okay, you roll a
Thank
d8.
you.
I don't trust myself. I don't trust myself.
1d8, and you can add an additional d8 if you want to expend.
Ooh,
Five.
she doesn't need to.
Yeah, no, I feel pretty
Perfect.
good about that.
Okay.
Yay.
So Rin
Thank
is
you.
also after, and you experience that same sensation of just sort of like the feeling of glowing and light and all across wherever it's applied.
Oh, that's nice. I
to-
should get
to
some
your
of
body.
that myself.
And now you have 1 dose of that left.
I'm gonna take a tiny little bit and taste it and see if I can taste any herbs that are in it.
No,
Can I
I
have
guess you
pencil?
can't. I don't.
Pencil.
Yeah, saffron. I don't know.
Saffron.
This is an expensive potion.
Some silicone. Okay. Wow.
It's just Neosporin. It tastes horrible.
Oh, God.
Yes, the natural herb of
Giant.
Neosporin.
Yeah.
All I need
That
to
is the
find is some
consistency.
Yeah.
Neosporin in the wild.
Maybe what's that? Maybe some aloe vera. That's in everything. Like
Yeah. Witch hazel.
Okay. Yes. Which way would you guys like to go now? Everybody's feeling good.
We're going
really badly. We want to go northwest.
way.
Okay. Yeah. Great.
Don't worry.
What's your marching order here? Because this is about a
Well, I think
person.
Twilly's leading.
Yeah, I'm leading,
Twilly
yeah.
needs-
Super
wants to get
excited.
there.
Okay. And who's next?
I'll go next. I can shoot over her head if need be.
Okay.
I will go in the back.
Yeah, I feel like
Since I
you
got
would
long
love that.
range.
Yeah, and I'll be in the middle.
All right. And you get up here.
Doo-doo-dee-ba-boo.
All right. As you enter this misshapen earthen cavern room, you can observe that a good amount of the space is stacked with these large white oval masses, which is sort of represented by the crepe paper here, and there's hundreds of them from what you can initially take in, and they're all sort of they're sort of elongated like that. They're stacked against the ceiling.
Oh shit!
In these piles that sort of come down, sort of like a mountainscape, but made from these masses, and they're not completely opaque. You can actually see through them a little bit with a little bit amount of light that's in the room and kind of shining through it, and you can see this darker, unformed shape within them.
I hold my
And,
hooded lantern out to them.
Sure. So you can very clearly see that there's these unformed shapes, and they're sort of varying stages. There seem to be different piles are at different stages with this black form. Like some are just simple, like little black ovals in the middle. Some of them are larger and moving slowly, and others are sort of even larger still and wiggling around a little bit.
Smell magic. I smell it. I smell the pile.
And it feels very ethereal to you. But you want to use smell magic?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. You do not sense any magic in this space.
Do I think man-made idols, the things that we're looking for, are they magic? Do I know that they're
Relics.
magic? Relics, sorry.
Yes, relics emit what
The
you would
man-
smell as magic. Yes.
Okay, great. This doesn't look great. And I don't smell any man magic here.
Does one of us have nature?
Mm-hmm. I have knowledge nature.
Do you want to?
Yes.
Acknowledge that pile.
Roll for me, baby. Roll for me, baby.
20.
Whoa!
Natural 20.
Oh my
20.
goodness.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. Well, there's no triumphs on checks, but great work. Proud of you. You can discern with that, and you get in, you take a closer look and inspect them a bit, and it's very clear to you that these, especially with the encounter you've already had, it's very obvious to you that these are giant ant eggs. And the movement you're seeing inside are sort of like, the equivalent of the embryo of the ant sort of forming and growing and moving on to like the larval stage and hatching, so to say.
Well, I think we found, if that queen had babies, then this is all the babies. So look, you found babies. That's what you were smelling. So good job.
And you would know too with that hive a nature
yeah.
check that in hives like this, or in dens like this, there is a room that is dedicated. That is essentially the nursing room, as you'd say. So this is like all of the eggs of the entire colony.
So this is probably not the safest place to be. Not that those things are going to hatch anytime soon, but I would imagine they're fairly protective of this space. So yeah, seems like maybe we should go unless you're wanting to add some new babies to your.
Oh,
Hey,
thank you, Vanda.
thank you.
If you're wanting to add some new different kinds of. Well, I don't know. You like babies.
I do like babies.
That's a lot of babies.
I know, it's overwhelming. But no, this is the kind of babies that I'm into at all.
Okay, well.
I'd like to leave now.
Behind you guys, Pumpkin's like eye is like twitching
Oh shit.
because she's still like freaked out because of what happened with the ant queen, and she's like, this ant queen tried to hurt me but also hurt my mom by taking me away from her. So I want to hurt that ant queen
Oh my god.
by taking away the babies.
Holy
okay.
shit on a brick.
And she is like reaching for her gray egg.
Oh my god. Okay, cool. Whoa.
Okay.
You know, man frowns upon those who would hurt.
Pumpkin, I've only seen this look in your eye once.
It was with
It was when your brother took your toy away from you.
and I pushed his face in the dirt.
So one thing to think about, if you destroy all those eggs and they realize that this space is being destroyed, it might call a whole bunch of those ants at us or towards us. So
Oh, Ren, there's no
Something to consider.
reasoning. There's no reasoning with her when she looks like this.
I am led by man at this point.
I would like to jump in front and say really quickly, what would man say about what you're doing right now?
For those that cannot be turned, you must smite them.
Oh, Safia, there's no reasoning with her when she looks like this.
I tried.
Look at that eye twitch. My man, is that frightening. You're a terrifying force to behold.
Thank you so much, Ma.
Maybe we'll find, these are all little itty bitty baby eggs. Like they don't, nothing's gonna happen. Maybe we can find some like toddlers for you to use that great egg on instead. Right? Maybe this is not the best place for you to inflict the wrath of man.
really what I think you should notice here is Safia is the one who's trying to reason with you. Safia likes to destroy everything. So that's a big deal, right?
Right?
Everybody give me a wisdom save.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, what's gonna happen?
There's no reasoning with her. It's 4.
17.
Ooh, no. 6.
Oh, jeez. 1.
Okay.
Oh.
Everyone's sticking with those rolls.
4, yeah.
Yeah. Nope.
Yep. Okay, we do have, right? We do have.
Yeah, we have some.
We do.
So, if you want it, you don't have to. I'm just making sure you know.
I want to see what happens.
We're all real wise.
So,
Wait, who?
Omar, you're the only one who got over 10.
Yeah, I got 17. I got way over 10.
Okay, well, and I think this makes sense because at this point you've turned around
Mm-hmm.
and you're kind of facing towards.
Oh
But as you guys are having this discussion about whether to destroy all the eggs of the hive or not, 2 giant ant drones have entered the room behind you, and they're each carrying another egg in their mouth. So it like they've come to drop it off with the rest of the eggs, and in doing so has surprised most of you. So they, as soon as they see you, they're gonna set the eggs aside and try to attack you because you are literally in the nursery, you know, and they by all means do
I
not
didn't know it was for
recognize.
babies. I just thought it had a relic there.
And so
appropriate.
since you guys all failed the wisdom check, that means you're surprised in battle, which means the first round of combat you don't get to do anything. So we're gonna roll initiative.
Okay.
Me and you are.
3.
Okay, I got a 15.
Jeez, y'all.
So
we gotta do better. We gotta be better.
We can use fortune to actually interrupt initiative.
Oh yeah, I'm down for you using that, Safia. But that doesn't mean that we get to go, right, Havana? Like
Not you guys. Not if you're surprised, but Omar could do it.
Because what I'm thinking is, I'm like looking over your shoulder. I see these ants come in. I don't know if I would give them the 6 seconds turn each to like set down an egg and come at me. I think it'd be like, if we all just, oh my man, it's ants.
Oh my man.
And like chuck like one. It won't be that big of a deal. Again, it's only, I only have darts and a dagger that I will not be using right now. But
and sorry, earlier I wasn't laughing because darts are dumb. It's just the ant queen is like a threat level 6 or something. And you guys are first level. So.
I mean, it's still.
if it was a great sword, it still would have been laughable. So.
Thank you, I appreciate
that.
Yeah. But I think that it would. I would. Look at those. The second I see them, I would
here, I want
chuck at least one dart at one of them.
Okay, which one would you like to do that to?
Or wait, no, that makes sense. I wouldn't think. Never mind. I had a thought for myself, but in character, I would chuck a dart. Can we name them really quickly?
Okay.
Okay.
Laurel and Hardy.
Okay.
I want to attack Laurel.
Okay.
And I'm gonna chuck a dart. Come on.
That one has
God.
Okay.
Oh my man.
You're retired. You're done.
You're two threes in a row.
You gotta get it together.
Yeah, that was a 3. Oh, also that's expending. I expend a fortune, right? So
because you interrupted initiative. Yeah. Yes. So
that's
thank you.
Okay. 3. How's Laurel?
Do you have any adds to that?
I don't think so.
Then no, you do not.
Laurel is never gonna die.
But you throw it from where you are, sort of up on top of the little stairway there.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Then it is the ants' turn, and they are going to attempt to attack Ren, since we've got Laurel as closest to Ren, and then the one on the far right is going.
Hardy
is going to, or no, sorry, the one on the far right is going to attack Rin, and the one on the left is going to try and attack Pumpkin here. Yes. Does a 10 hit Rin?
No.
Okay.
Yay.
And does an 11 hit? Yes. Okay.
Hardy.
So the one on Pumpkin successfully hits. And as you are going to take. Okay, hold on. You're going to take 3 points piercing damage.
Good thing you healed up.
Good thing I would have been dead.
All right, and that is their turn, and so we're back on top of the initiative order, so everybody can turn their cards ready to go, and then I'm going to choose. Yeah.
You're not the top of the initiative. We interrupted it. He's the top of the initiative.
That doesn't change. He chooses, and also I just went, which means I get to choose the next person. It doesn't restart at the next round. But I'm gonna choose Pumpkin because I feel like you need some revenge in your heart.
Oh, I see. Because I thought you were gonna choose yourself.
No,
you can't choose yourself. Huh?
I just went, so I'm not gonna do that.
Okay, cool.
So this thing has just like bit me or whatever. And is it still on me? Is it attached to my arm or is it like on the ground?
I think it released you and backed up just a smidge. Yeah.
Pumpkin is going to use this moment that everyone has been distracted from stopping her.
Holy tap dancing man.
And is going to throw the gray egg into the eggs.
Into the eggs?
Okay.
Can you roll a dex for me? A dex check?
I don't know how good it's going to be.
Oh my.
We all know. She's just enraged. So.
This is amazing.
Or not enraged.
Oh, yeah, because you've got such a low row on your wisdom check.
That looks cocked
12.
to me. Is it cocked?
It was a little.
Okay, fortune.
Let's see how this plays.
Hello?
Wait, It's
I have this
cookie jar.
beautiful DM screen. I can't see.
Here, I'm afraid of this one. I'm gonna use this one. And this was Dex.
Dex check.
13.
13 is just enough. So you can hit exactly on target.
Oh my
Oh,
man.
boy.
Oh boy and man, oh man, oh boy.
Okay, so
Hand of man
can you
shield
show me on the map where exactly you're trying to throw it?
Like right. See how there's like kind of 3 mounds of those the fluffs in between the 2 on the left.
Oh, so right by Sophia.
Oh,
Yeah, get her.
she wants to try and hit 2 at once. So
Sick thing. Sick 'em.
Okay.
you know,
well,
Sick 'em, girl.
maybe no. I don't want to hit Sophia. I'm gonna try and throw it at the very like center of the mound on the far left.
okay, this guy over
Yeah.
here.
Closest to
Okay.
me.
Well, what happens is you hit it right on target. You kind of like smack it right into the pile of eggs, and it sends a couple of them tumbling down as it lodges into that. But what happens is that it creates this huge plume of smoke right here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just what it's going to do is create this huge plume of smoke that's going to engulf everything from here in a 10-foot radius. And you can't see into there at all. And yeah, you don't really know what the effects would be if you were in it, because none of you are in it and can communicate that to each other. But as of right now, it's just a giant wall of smoke that you can't really see through.
Great job, kid.
I thought that would have a different effect.
Do you want to use any free actions or anything like that?
I just want to
You
turn.
could still move. You could still say something.
Yeah. I'll move to.
You could scream something.
Actually, yeah. I'll just turn. I'm just like confused and a little embarrassed, so I'm just gonna like project that into like way too much like weird rage and like turn around and face the one that bit me, and like say the hand of man is a vengeful one, may strike you down, and then I'm just like
Okay. Well, that ant gets it.
Yeah.
You get to choose who goes next.
okay. Who's the one that's closest to that weird smoke? It's Safia.
Safi is definitely
Okay, then-
just out of reach of that smoke cloud.
Okay, I'll let Safia go next then.
I went at the very beginning when I interrupted initiative. Does that mean I can still go now?
She just chose you to go next.
Great.
Wait, what?
So it's like new
Oh,
initiative
yeah,
this time,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, that was the first round.
Got
so
it.
The reason it's confusing is because it was just 2 of us on the
This
first
is all
round.
Yeah.
first babies.
Yes.
Okay, who do I want to... I'm like a fun little... No, that's really dumb. Why would I do that? I think I want to try to dart Party in the face.
Okay.
Laurel and
Do it.
Darby.
Do it.
Come on. 8.
My
Plus anything?
man.
It does not hit. Do you
Okay.
want to keep that roll or?
How are we doing is Fortune coming in from chat right now? Currently?
Do we have any? Oh, I haven't had this iPad on
7.
now.
We have 4. We have 8. So we're good.
I don't know how to use it.
Great. I
Yeah.
would like to use the Fortune.
Yeah, I say use it.
Ding. Sorry. I learned a new phrase in German that is very fun.
What?
Mein Bein, which means my leg. Mein Bein.
Okay, I'm going for a reroll.
Go for it.
Come on. Oh, boy. 3.
3.
That's great.
Does that hit?
Some good rolls.
Oh, that wasn't damage.
No.
Well, we are adding 3 fortune to the
Great.
Thank you, chat, for
Thank
these
you.
items.
You're all good dogs. You're all good dogs. Don't get it twisted.
Or if you just want to add some of that back, actually.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we can add. I took one out.
Oh, there's one here. How many do we need?
Oh, did
3.
I?
Oh, that's fine. We'll save this.
Back into the bowl you go.
Okay. Do you want to stick with that?
I don't want to keep burning fortune. I'm gonna go with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You do have quite a bit.
Yeah.
And once we're out, I'll actually be able to start awarding it for like role play and stuff. I just haven't done it yet since Chad is providing it right now. So it's up to you guys.
I'm trying to think if I can justify a triumph. I'm like fed up with like everything that's going on. Like I saw the ants coming, I chucked the dart, it didn't work, and then like the smoke now is going off, and I'm just like, let's just do this, and like I chucked the dart at Hardy.
Okay.
Will
Yeah,
that
sure.
count?
You're just super annoyed. I can see that from Safia. Just being like, can we just fucking
come
get
on.
on with it? Yeah. Yes, I totally see that. So you can expend 1 fortune there.
Yay!
And-
What a fun game!
That'll be a hit, obviously, and then you'll get to roll double damage on that.
Oh, okay. Can I bring your
Ooh,
D4?
nice. Yes.
Mine flew off into the wild.
I think I like Aunt Laurel better than I like Aunt Hardy. Yeah.
Yeah, 6. That's gonna be a total of 6.
Okay.
Yay.
On
cool.
Hardy.
Thank you.
On
These are nice
Hardy.
dice.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, you plant it right in one of its eyes, and it's like, ow, stop, rude.
Excuse.
And you get to pick who. Well, do you want to do any free actions or?
I want to go. You got something in your eye.
Great. And you get to. Who goes next?
I'm gonna throw it over to Twilly.
Here I go. So I'm right in front of them as I. What's the smoke doing now? We still can't sell it.
It is staying put in that 10-foot radius over there.
Fantastic. I'm going to actually cast another magic missile. I'm going to I get 3 darts for free that automatically hit. So I'm going to turn around and go, pew, pew, pew. And I'll do 2 on Laurel and 1 on Hardy. So
Okay.
these 2 are on Laurel. So winning for +1. So that's 4 on Laurel. And then on Hardy, we got
These just automatically hit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then on Hardy, we get 4 as well.
All right. Well, Hardy is looking pretty beaten up, but Laurel is still going pretty strong. Do you want to do any free actions or movement of any kind?
Am I in attack of opportunity range?
Yes, they would
Okay.
have. Let me reposition this. So they moved up on.
Then I don't think I do. No, I don't. I don't want to. I don't want to do it. Yeah. So I just stand there, and pew pew pew, and that's all I do. Weasel, pew.
Awesome.
Thank you.
And that's it. Pass it to my friend Ren.
Okay. When they are that close, like this one is here to me, is it the same? Like I can't make a ranged attack, basically,
Yes.
right?
Say it one more time.
This one.
You
that's,
can. You would just
Take
roll
it.
at disadvantage.
Okay. Then I shall attack it with my spear.
Huzzah!
Yeah.
Stab.
Spear.
Stab with spear.
Oh, please do it.
That is what have I got for spear? 18.
Yes, it hits.
Sweet.
Which one are you? You're attacking the one on you, so that's Hardy.
Mm-hmm.
Looking rough, Hardy. You looking rough, bud?
6 damage.
No
Or
additions
just
to that.
Right? Nope.
Okay, cool.
It's a 9.
He's looking very much worse for wear. Do you
Nice.
want to do any free actions, any movement?
No. No, I think I want to stay there and
Okay.
be able to stab that guy again.
Then you can pick who goes next. Is
I think-
everybody gone?
Yeah, that was everybody. So how
Okay,
does that
so
work?
we'll start. You'll still pick who goes next, but we're gonna flip over our initiative cards.
Oh, okay. How
Wait,
about
did you go round 2?
Pumpkin?
Okay. I am going to spit on this card.
Cute.
Great. End of turn.
That is a full action.
Well
actually.
spent.
Okay. I am going to. I'm going to, since I'm going first in this round, I'm going to bless my 3 compatriots.
Ooh.
And that gives them advantage. Is that
It
right?
gives them, they roll a d4, and then that they can add that to their roll when they go.
Okay, and it's any roll.
It's on their next.
Or sorry,
Thing that
like
they
is
have
it like an attack roll? Is it or it can be like a check?
Yeah,
or...
it's attack, ability, or saving throw.
Okay, cool.
Whoa.
Neat. And who did you bless here?
I get to bless up to 3.
Okay.
And it's with one effect, so I'm gonna bless Ren, Twilly, and Safia. And it's concentration. It's up to 1 minute.
Okay.
So
Sounds
I'm gonna
good.
do that. Oh, I have to say my prayer.
Yes. I'd love to hear your prayer.
She's gonna sing it this time.
Ooh.
I fear wild dogs take it upon themselves to watch over man, to bark when he's in danger, to run and play with him when he is lonely. That's why they call us man's best friend. Amen.
That's great. You definitely get a fortune for that.
Hey.
Where's the roll?
You got it. It's right there.
Boom. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Okay, so that's your turn. You get to choose
Yay.
who goes next. Make sure you flip your card
Okie
over.
dokie.
And you have not gone this round, just so you know. Because that was your last turn. So
Right.
you just can't pick yourself to go at the top of the next one.
Twilly.
Great. It's time to do some work.
So Hardy's looking really rough. Laurel is still pretty stoked.
Then what I'm going to do is something that I haven't done yet, and that is take out my rage in a very physical manner. Normally I cast spells, but I'm feeling like I want to do something with my strong motherly body, and I attack. Hardy's the one that's looking a little bad, worse for the wear. Here we go. I take my dagger, and I do 12 plus 4. That is 16 to hit.
16 hits.
Yes, dagger. Come on. That is a 1d4 piercing. Yes, 3 damage. Hardy, take that. Ah!
Describe it.
Yes, it's very personal. It's if you are attacking my babies, then I'm attacking yours. And I actually my eyes go a little bloodshot. I go a little red, and I say, this is for my husband, boy, and also for my daughter. And I just jam it in, and I just never stop jamming. So while it's dead, it's just I'm jabbing my dagger, and I go a little stir crazy the way that you kind of were. It's
That's where I get it from.
contagious.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta get out of this hole, but meanwhile,
This is not a good place for us.
no, we don't like being underground that much. But meanwhile, this ant, I chop off all of its legs, I chop off all of its antennas, I chop every little carapace, little segment of it, and I desegmentize it, and I throw them away.
Okay, I feel like if you're actually going to do this, you don't get any more turns in the combat. It's like this obviously takes a long time to rip off every single limb of an ant.
Okay, I'm good with it. That's
Hannibal
what I
Lecter.
spend my
each
time
move
doing.
is
Okay,
6 seconds.
Amy is forfeiting her rest of her turn through the combat to dismantle an ant.
Makes sense.
Mantle.
Mantle.
Mhm.
Okay.
Who goes next, Amy?
Ren does.
All right.
But I want to go.
I like when Pugmire lets you decide.
Which one are you dismantling?
Hardy.
Hardy is dead, yeah. So
that one?
Yeah, no, it's the one This is Hardy.
Oh.
So the one on you is Gonzo.
Okay.
I'm
We're
on
gonna
top of
say
it.
you just ferociously pushed it back here.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna throw my spear at the other one.
Ooh.
And guess
Cool.
what?
Sexy.
I'll allow it.
I'm better at throwing.
Oh my gosh.
That's a 22.
What? I'll miss it.
Oh.
Man, that is a tough ant.
No, it hits. It hits.
Okay.
It's its chitinous exoskeleton, okay? It's very verbose.
I'm Mandible Lecter.
5 damage.
I didn't laugh at that. I take it back. Say it again.
5 damage.
5 damage. All right,
Yes.
still up. Do you want to do any bonus actions or
Yeah, I'm
move?
gonna walk over to it because I eventually want that spear back. So
Got you.
yeah.
Boop.
All right. And you get to pick who's next. I think it's me or Safia.
Sapphire.
Sometimes it's beneficial for the monsters to go ahead of the rest of the party.
I would like to jump and land on Laurel.
Okay.
And stab with my dagger.
All right. Sounds good. Is there room for you? Yeah, okay.
There's a little corridor. There's a little air
yeah.
corridor.
You guys are all really going ham.
Really going hard.
Just
on
No,
use the spear.
Amy. No.
Just like pull
There we
vault
go.
over the spear. You know, you like
Yeah.
jump to the side and keep going.
Backflip.
Yeah.
Seriously, this dice.
It's a 3. You need to
This
throw that away.
this one, it keeps doing 3.
It's
3
broken.
cursed.
It's broken. Oh, this is not. This is just all 3s.
Oh yeah, reroll.
Oh.
Fortune.
I'll do it.
Fortune.
Fortune.
We're not saying 4chan, by the way. I just
No.
want you to
Fortune.
know. We
Nah.
would never say that.
Fortune.
The fortune favors the bold.
You can use that one, or if you want a different one, I have some others.
What's happening?
I have some you could use. Cursed.
Oh yeah.
That sounded suspicious. All right, here we go.
She got over there.
What are you looking at? Stop.
Oh, this is to jump and land, right?
Yeah.
That's a dex as well, right? So that would be
I mean, there are stairs there.
okay.
What's
That's a
happening?
hit. You're rolling to hit.
Yeah. Okay. That's 13.
Yes.
Yay!
It's roll damage.
All right. Can I wear your D4?
Yes. You
Thank
can roll
you.
whatever you want from there.
Just don't get a 3.
Well, you're.
Oh wait,
I'm not gonna believe this.
Oh,
A 3's a good thing.
oh,
Yeah.
on damage.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
add anything to that? Or is it 3 straight up?
I think that's just it.
Okay.
Oh, also remember, you guys are blessed. I used my blessed.
Oh
You
yeah.
got it anyway.
I hope
so
you use
I,
Okay.
I don't think you can add it to attack.
No, you can't.
Could have added to my
You
jump.
can or you cannot.
You can.
What are you saying?
You
Can.
can
Okay.
attack. You can add it to attack.
CAN.
Or no, not an attack roll, like a damage.
Oh, no, not damage.
Okay.
Ah.
But I forgot I was
All right.
blessed.
It's looking
You're blessed.
pretty
Hashtag
messed up. But it is still up. Any bonus actions? You did like probably half your movement?
I don't know if this is a bonus action or not, so I'm gonna throw it your way to ask.
Love it. Let's hear it.
Because maybe it won't do damage, but maybe I'll get a fortune point out of it. But I originally had chucked one of my darts at Laurel. I would like that dart back.
What? And your dagger is one-handed.
Oh wait, it missed though, right?
Your first one did.
Okay, in that case, I jumped, I stabbed. Can I like roll, just pick it up? I don't need to really go anywhere, but I just like to just
picking it up off the ground if it's like right there is a free action.
Oh, okay,
Why
great.
did you get
Yeah.
sad?
It sounded like a butt, but
Yeah,
it was an
sounds
and.
like-
No, I think if it had been stuck in it, that would have been an action.
Okay.
Because that's sort of like a forcible thing you have to do. But if you're there and it's on the ground, then you can kind of like keep it. Yeah,
I'm gonna roll
you
and
can
snag. Roll and
pick it up.
snag.
Because you can like press a button and open a door on it as a free action. So you can pick
If
something.
only
off
there was
the
a
ground.
door around. Yeah, I would
I
like
just
to.
want to open a door. Okay, so you can add.
Yeah.
Yay.
By the end of this, I will have them all back.
All right. And you all will be
I kiss
dead.
it and I put it back into my.
Okay, it's my turn.
Oh,
No.
All right. Well, who did the
Nope.
most damage? Probably Ren, right?
Probably not.
So I think it's gonna turn its attention to you, Laurel here, and it is going to attempt to bite you.
Oh, Aunt Laurel.
13 hit?
No.
No.
It doesn't?
No, I was 16.
Oh
Wow.
shit!
Yeah.
How do you have
Powerhouse.
I've got armor proficiencies and things.
Oh.
Okay, well it tries to use its pincers to latch on to your arm, and it's got the spear that's still kind of sticking out of its side, and it misses. That's its
Whoops, you
turn.
missed.
So we can restart the initiative cards here,
Sweet.
and I'm gonna go ahead and choose. I'm gonna choose Ren
Okay. So how big is this thing in relation to
for
me?
rebuttal. They are It's way smaller than the queen. I would say it's about the same size as like. Not as Safia as.
Twilly.
Is Twilly a little bit bigger than you?
I think I'm the smallest, right?
It's
No,
somewhere
Twilly's
between.
actually,
It's
yeah.
somewhere between the size of you guys and.
Okay, so
How's your
smaller
dog
than me.
again?
I'm a corgi.
It's a similar size, but it is horizontal, so it's kind of hard to tell.
Okay. Well, what I really want to do is grab the spear and see if I can pick the whole thing up and slam it down on the
Cool.
ground.
Yeah!
Wow.
Oh, a popsicle ant.
Can I assist in any way?
Okay, give me a strength check.
Awesome.
I have really good strength. Okay, 17 though.
Yeah.
17. Okay,
Yes.
I am going to say that is successful.
That is so cool.
Yay.
That is so cool.
Because even though it's similarly sized than you, it's definitely much lighter than
Okay.
you. So you can go ahead and strong arm that. And then why don't you roll me a d6? We'll
Okay.
kind of just treat it like fall damage.
Okay.
Nice.
6.
Ha ha ha!
Yay.
Describe it.
I just imagine.
Oh my
like,
god, that is the baddest ass thing I've ever
I
seen.
go, hey, let me help you, and just go squash
That is
like this. And I'm like,
nice.
dead. Oh, yeah, I think it helped. Hopefully, it's dead, and that's how that helped.
Yeah, and it's sort of just it's
Like
sort
pieces?
of like the carapace sort of cracks at one side, and you see some sort of like its sludgy organs kind of squish out against the stone floor.
I like to imagine that a piece of it goes flying off over to the one that you're still tearing up, and now you can't tell which is which.
Oh yeah, it's just a message.
Yeah, like a
Shit.
couple legs fly over there, and then Twilly's like, "This is too many legs.
What will these
What's
legs do?"
happening here?"
I would like to retrieve the other dart from Hardy.
Go for it.
Oh wait, I gotta search through a pile of legs now, thanks to you for my dart.
Sorry.
Give me a search check. See if you can even find it in the fucking
Just throw legs.
Carnage.
insane.
Detritus.
10 plus what would that be? Wisdom?
Search would be your wisdom, and then if you specialize in it, you would get You would get your proficiency.
Legs and darts are pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, they are.
11.
Just throw those legs.
Yeah, you find it. Yeah.
Thank God.
Mm-hmm.
It got
Add that
it.
back to your inventory. Okay,
Oh.
those.
But then there's
those,
still one in the queen.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get that one.
I don't know.
I don't
those
know.
eggs have been dispatched, or those
Yeah, what?
ants have been dispatched, and I've just typed a question mark
Roger,
into this
roger.
document. Hello, is anyone there?
How to play?
And now you are left with one normal ant corpse and one indiscernible flesh and carapace pile. Organ and carapace pile.
I feel good about it.
And there's a room full of eggs behind you, one in which you cannot see.
Yeah,
it
what's
is
still happening
shrouded
there?
in smoke.
Fog of war?
All right, I want to reach my hand in and grab one of the eggs.
From the
Okay.
smoke? Or
Yeah, from the smoke.
You successfully grab an egg.
Does it hurt when I do that at all?
No.
No? Okay, I want to shake it.
Oh.
Is it just your hand going in, or are you
Yeah.
entering the?
I mean, no, if I can just grab one, that's what I
Okay.
want to do. And then I shake it.
You're shaking the egg.
I want to see if it's still
Ew.
moving. Is it moving? Is the thing inside moving?
It'll move. It'll-
Yes,
It
that's
is?
one of the more formed embryos, or
Oh, so
Larvae?
but so
larva. Thank you.
yeah, it doesn't look like the smoke hurt them at all.
I know, Ma. We all know it didn't work.
Maybe this was from men.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you. Helping at the pugs.
Helping the pugs.
But maybe man didn't want you to kill these eggs, so that it didn't call more of those guys to come along so we have to fight them.
And I'm gonna say, man, also probably wants us to get out of here.
Yeah.
You're right.
I chuck it back.
Does it break? If you throw it behind you?
I just
Into the
chuck it
cloud?
back on the pile.
It bounces.
Oh, on the pile.
It bounces and rolls down the pile.
You're right. I was acting too rashly. Man intervened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've learned my lesson.
That's probably good for all of our sakes.
Okay, great.
Listen,
So let's go away from here.
Yeah, let's keep going. And then let's get out of here as soon as possible because I don't like this side of myself.
Okay,
Yeah,
which
we're not
way are
good
you guys
here.
heading?
that way?
East.
Down this hall? Okay.
Yeah.
I keep feeling like my butt's gonna come out, but who's gonna see it? Don't look at it, Shield. Don't
What?
look at my butt.
Why is your butt gonna come out?
Come
Because
out.
I'm wearing a skirt.
Oh.
You know, like pop out.
Your skirt is so long. There's no way a butt's
You're
gonna
so
come
Your
long.
skirt is like literally touching the floor.
If your butt comes out, it's the saggiest butt I've ever seen.
She's like dragging on the floor. It's like defying
You guys
physics.
You're not helping.
Listen, Havana said what Havana said. We need to respect those concerns.
Can we play Buttmire?
It's like 5th edition D&D, but you're all butts.
On brand.
Okay, so what's the order here?
Not it. Not first.
I will
No,
lead the
no,
way
no.
this time because I have my hooded lantern.
I'll go in the back.
Okay, I'll be in the middle.
All right. So these guys are all fucked up here. Okay. So everybody make me a wisdom
It's a
check.
real horror show in there.
Man.
Real
Yeah,
horror
it's really
show.
bad.
I'm sorry, a notice check. So if you have a...
Notice.
It is wisdom, but if you have proficiency in notice.
Golly.
22.
Could have been better. Dang.
I got
You can't
10.
You can't lose.
5.
8.
5, 11, 8,
22.
22. Okay. Well, and you're
glad
near,
you're in the back.
you're near the back. You all continue down the hallway. But Ren is stopped right here. And as you sort of pass this space, you're sort of taking in your surroundings of the hall. After all the encounters you've had, you're kind of on edge and paying extra close attention to what's going on around you. And so what you kind of observe as you're seeing the floor go around it, and you're in the back too, so this helps a lot too, is that you're not getting as much lantern light. So it's much more obvious to you when the crack of light is, you can see it kind of peering out from the wall at a very low point in the wall to your left as you go down the hall, and you can see it kind of seeping out into the hallway. And since you got that higher roll, once you sort of take in that, you take in the wall there, and you can sort of see, like, most of the wall is made up of these large sort of, you know, typical dungeon cavern bricks that are pretty large like that. But you can see where this part of the wall is made of that, but there's these edges around the outside that are curved, and they're sort of curved like that. So they're forming sort of this huge circle that for the most part camouflages into the wall, except for the light seeping out from under it.
The crack explanation just made my little Doctor Who heart freak out. Anyway,
I haven't seen that, so I didn't
No.
steal it. I don't know what that means.
And it happened in a time.
Right? Wait. I think there might be something back here, guys.
Oh, did we pass something up?
Yeah. I mean, it's not that easy to see, but I think it looks like maybe there could be, I don't know, like maybe we could get past this wall somehow. It just looks like there's light back there.
Oh, let me see. I'm gonna smell magic.
You do smell some fucking magic.
Yeah, I do. There's magic afoot.
Oh.
There's magic afoot.
Is your foot magic, or is that just a term?
No, my paw is not magical.
Oh, okay.
Even though I wish it were.
That'd be helpful.
It is not.
You should change that.
Yeah, basically, I just know that it is magic. I should change that. Oh, there's so many things I can do. If only I can get out of this hole.
What? Oh,
I can't make my foot magic in this hole. I
mean-
must study more.
what? So we see the same thing now?
If you take the smell magic wouldn't help you see that thing, but if
Yeah.
you take the time and Rin's pointing it out to you, then yes, you would see it as long as she's.
Have you touched
explaining
it yet?
No.
Sophia, do you want to throw a rock at it?
Your brand is strong.
I want to throw a rock.
Yeah.
Give me a strength check.
Magical rock.
Woo!
Ooh.
16.
Well, you
Still
really
good.
throw that rock good and hard, and you're so close to that wall because the fucking hallway's only 5 feet, so it just bounces back and hits you.
I would like to catch it when it bounces back.
Ooh. Wall.
Dex check?
roll me a dex, general dex.
Wall. Dog
10.
playing
You
fetch
catch
with
it.
himself.
But you're surprised.
Wow,
Nothing happens.
I'm better than I thought I was.
Could I maybe use Voracious Learner to see if I know how to open this kind of door?
Sure, and that just works if you could justify having read it in a book before.
It just gives me advantage for an intelligence check.
Okay, so yes, give me an intelligence check with advantage.
Ooh, nice. You read about doors before.
Okay. 19.
Okay,
Ooh, that's pretty
well,
good. That's pretty
That's
good.
some
In your
Voracious.
studies as a pioneer, you have read much about caverns and dungeons because that's often, almost always, where relics are. And so, along with learning all of that, you've learned the different kind of traps you can encounter, the different kind of obstacles you can come across, enemies such as that. So this just looks familiar to you, just as a secret entrance. Is the shape of it and just the position of it. That's what rings a bell for you. And so that informs you to sort of look for a track that the stone door might be on, and then in tandem with that, perhaps a receded part of the wall that could act as a trigger to open it.
Okay. So I'm gonna look for
Okay, give me a search
a
check.
thing to. That's wisdom.
It is wisdom.
When you do, I can cast Mage Hand just to push it or pull it or whatever, and then that way none of us could get hurt.
8.
Well,
We'll see.
No, you don't find anything.
well, I do want to cast Mage Hand anyway. Mage Paw. I'm sorry, it's Mage Paw.
How dare you? You're fired.
Mage Paw or Magic Paw. What is it? I can't remember. Magic Paw. Magic Paw. So I'm gonna make the Magic Paw like kind of just willy-nilly tap around.
Great.
Okay.
You do have a magic paw.
I did. Oh, I'm better than I thought I was. Oh, my paw is magic. It's just not in the way that I was thinking. I gotta open my mind more. So my magic.
I mean, give me a search check. I feel like it's still the same.
Have
Okay.
it look for some kind of mechanism to
Okay, Magic
press.
Paw.
To press.
Okay, Magic Paw. Stow a retrieve an item. Okay. Going cocked.
Oh.
Not cocked, but also not. But I want that number.
No,
It's not in the box.
no.
Oh no! It's a 3.
You guys are haunted by 3.
I just want to kill
Weirdly
myself.
enough, randomly tapping around with a mage hand doesn't work.
I would like to say, oh, you guys looking for a trigger? And I want to just like, boom, and hit it. Just like a cool moment.
Yeah, fortune. Oh, come on. That's one of the things we can do.
I don't even. Is this like a perform check? What is this?
It's contributing.
Seems like a Fonzie move.
It's contributing to the story in unique and compelling ways.
I will be
It's
surprised
totally on character.
when and if it works.
You can use a fortune to automatically triumph it, or you can roll a perform check because it feels more like a sexy Fonzie move than it does like actually actively
Being
trying
skillful.
to accomplish anything.
Can I apply charisma to perform?
That's exactly what perform is.
Yay!
So-
Or you can use a fortune.
Let's try just this roll. Let's just
Okay.
see what happens.
Okay.
Okay. 3.
I got 21.
Oh!
Similar to 3.
So-
Yeah.
Just as Fonzie kicks the jukebox without looking, so do you hit the trigger for the door.
Yeah!
Looking.
What?
And it is very cool.
And there's like a whole dance. Like I'm
Well,
really happy with
I will
myself.
give you a fortune for that because that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay, so the door is you do hit the button and it slides open, sort of on this rolling track. So it goes as such. As the wall slides aside, you gaze upon a gigantic altar. Hold up.
Oh no.
What?
What is that?
Another freaking egg.
I can't.
With the actual. No!
What is Nothing's happened yet.
That
You
is,
guys think I'm so evil.
that is a crazy thing, Havana.
It looks cool.
It does look cool. Did you make it?
No, the Halloween sale at
Petco?
Michael's.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that was
Yes.
like a 50% off sale Friday through Sunday.
Yeah, it's
How
crazy.
do y'all know
Do
that?
it now.
It's the best. The Michael's is the best place for a budding GM.
Yeah.
Tweeted about it and everything.
If you have any
Don't you
Christmas
follow my
gifts.
Twitter, Amy?
I do. You tweet a lot, and I usually.
And I try my best, but boys, there are a lot to
I
go
muted
through.
you a long time ago.
You tweet a lot. I just suggest editing.
God, no.
3 day. 3 day.
As the wall slides aside, you gaze upon a gigantic altar lit up by a bright with a myriad of candles widely varying in sizes dotted around the edges of the altar and all along the base of it. This giant eye is at the center, sort of looming over the candles and the altar that is built around it and down in front of it as the stairs cascade down to where you're standing in the entrance. There are fully intact skulls that create a neat but sort of haunting perimeter around the length of the platform. Candles have been placed inside them, so their eyes are glowing and they sort of feel like they're following you
that's
as you
cool.
guys move from out of the hall or about the cavern. And it almost seems like they've been anticipating you. Several bowls with this dry crimson residue inside of them rest on top of this ornate cloth that is lined and sort of decorated finely with gold thread on top of the altar there. And several obsidian steps lead up to the base. And at the very top, just below the giant eye, rests the relic you have that you're looking for.
Oh my god.
And from what you can tell, to you, it sort of just looks like this, and where you're standing at the bottom of the steps, I imagine, it just looks like a pile of cloth. But it's been folded very neatly and intentionally, and it has this very soft curves to it, and it has no wrinkles. And in the candlelight, as it flickers, it glimmers and shimmers sort of mystically, as if channeling the light around it, or even being changed by the light as it wanes in and out and flickers up and down. And it causes sort of the colors to change in the cloak. So as the lights sort of rise up a little, the candles heat up a little bit, you see orange flicker across the pile of cloth. And as they wane down, you see more of like a soft yellow go across it, and flashes of white every now and then when a spark is emitted. And then once they're out, quickly replaced by splotches of darkness.
So what you think? We can just walk in there, grab that, and get out of here?
I could use my mage hand now that I can see this. My mage paw, my magic paw.
I mean, you could try it.
Yeah, let's go. I was going to say use the rope. But
Yeah.
that's better
Maybe.
than the rope.
Who knows?
Well, I don't know how well the rope will work.
I don't know how well my magic paw works either. But yeah, worth a shot. Nothing.
Wanna do some blessings before we...
Yes. I will bless all of you.
Thank you.
Did everybody use theirs last time?
Mm-mm.
I think it would still be going. You just walk down the hall, so
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
whoever
Well,
had
thank
it left.
you for the previous blessings.
Some of you used it,
I think I used mine.
I used mine.
so I think Ren
Just
still
me.
has hers. But
Oh, okay.
We've been.
you can give it
blessed.
to me.
Oh.
Bane.
Aw.
Dang.
I want to bane that eye.
I'm gonna cast magic paw. A little magic paw comes forth, and it reaches out and grabs the relic.
Magic paw cannot interact with magical items.
Is it a magical item?
All relics are magical items.
Well, you know what works
You're right.
on
It can't
magical
activate
items?
masterwork artifacts.
Well,
Well, it tries.
true, but what about
It
the
fails.
thing it's on? Can you just move that
The what?
Oh yeah,
thing it's
move the
on.
thing it's on.
with
I'll
the mage
move.
paw?
I'll move the thing.
Oh,
I'll
The
move,
the
cloth,
little-
the
yeah, I'm
The
gonna
cloth
pull.
that has bowls of blood on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull the cloth.
Okay.
Like a magician, like
I'm gonna try. Oh, I'm gonna try to do that. Oh, but that wouldn't really happen.
No, but then we just get the
Still be
cloth.
there. Yeah.
it would still.
I
be
mean, I
there.
want
Alright.
that cloth. Don't get me wrong.
I totally, beyond anything, she is definitely clumsy. I would be happy for a fortune to make this fail so miserably.
I love it. Yes, let's do it.
All right,
Is
come
it
on,
made of fortune
Magic
they
Paw, do your greatest.
So describe how you fuck this up.
And so it's on an ornate magical lined.
It's
very
like an
intricate-
obsidian block, like you would have seen
Loaf.
obsidian loaf.
Loaf.
like you saw
Loaf
on the other-
Nation.
Thank you for the raid. Never split the party.
Yay.
And then the red cloth would, like a runner on like a long table, would
Got
look
it.
like that with the ornate thread sort of tickling the edges of it. And then the bowls of the dry but sort of like plastic film crimson. Or
It's congealed.
maybe it's not blood.
Okay.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
It's cranberry juice.
Eh.
Well, and the relic is sitting on the runner.
It's in the middle.
It's in the middle.
And
So
it's right below the
So the mage
eye.
hand kind of, so it's, if the runner is kind of parallel to us, I grab one end of it
Oh,
and I
no.
try to pull it perpendicular and then pull it towards me. And then as it kind of
No.
reaches the end, these balls kind of topple the opposite way, and then this one topples this way, and I probably interrupt some of the candle magic as well. And,
Okay.
but I don't think I get the relic just yet. Probably not. Anyway. I'm doing the best I can.
With your failure.
Come on, yeah, with my failure.
I got it!
Well, I'll go along with all of that with the addition of they do not fall away from you. You're pulling a cloth towards you. they do not just fall off backwards magically.
they
very
murder
much-
the eye.
The one closest to you, since you're pulling from an edge, goes all over you.
Well, it's not me. It's my mage paw.
Oh, okay.
So but it is. Look, I can go 30 feet, but I'm probably.
It's not a huge room.
No, I'm still where I am, but I'm also not like pulling here. So I'd be pulling it here, but my mage paw is doing that and then pulling it this way. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, so towards everybody, perfect. So you pull it with such a misguided speed and force that the bowls both come forward, and when they hit the bottom of the final altar step, that the big round platform there, they hit hard and splash out
Oh, great.
towards all of you guys, and
Oh,
all
may
of
have mercy.
you. All of you get a smattering of congealed blood on you as you realize when it hits you and the smell hits you. You know the smell, and it is blood, and it's been there a while.
Mystery solved.
Well, that's not what we were trying to do, is it?
I know, no, it's not. But well,
And
there's one
since-
question answered.
Since the cloth is not as solid as that, it's sort of, it reacted to it a different way, where it followed the same trajectory, and so it sort of slid off the platform, and now it's sort of unfolded and is draping down the middle of the steps, and has somehow managed to avoid getting any blood on it. And as it's unfolded, you can see that there seems to be like a hood to it, and it seems to be long and has a tie in the front. And as you watch it, it is taking on the color and texture, reflecting the texture of the steps, and you almost lose sight of it.
Yep, pause off. Pause off. No more from me. It's fine.
That's a cool cloak. I kind of want that cloak.
What is it? It's
I
the table runner?
It's got a hood.
No, not the cloth.
Yeah, the
Oh.
cloak.
The cloth.
Did anything else happen in the room, like, whenever we disturbed all of that?
Some of the candles went out from the wind that was created by the tug, and some of them went out because like a bit of blood spattered on them, but there's a terrifying amount of candles. So it's still a very well lit room, and nothing nefarious has occurred at this point.
Well, I'm not going to touch the runner if you want to grab the table runner.
The cloak?
You know, semantics, but you do what you do.
Yeah, I want to get that cloak.
Okay, you pick it up.
Yeah.
So when you pick it up and you're holding it in your paws, it sort of starts to reflect the color and texture of the pads of your feet. And if it's draping down any of your arms or anything, it would start blending in with the pattern and color of your armor.
Hey, everyone, check this out. I want to put it on.
Okay, you put it on, and how much of your body does it cover?
I'm a little itty bitty baby, so like I want to say.
Or I mean, do you like fully close it, or do you? How far do you put
I don't
your head
like
down?
close it. So there's like this much open
Okay,
still.
so the parts that are covered, if you're sort of like up against the wall, sort of facing out, or if you've got the wall right behind you, then your cloak is mimicking the wall behind you, and so sort of this part out is perfectly blending in with the wall behind you, and so all that they can see is sort of this strip of Saphia left in the middle.
Hey, where did I go?
Saphia disappears.
I'm back.
Oh,
That's amazing!
Where did I go?
I don't know where. There she goes.
no, no.
I'm still here.
Oh,
This is fun.
I thought we were playing along. Did you really think she had gone?
no,
Yeah, it's just a
no, I
joke.
just no. Well, not talking about that. We found it's a sin to lie. I thought that Saphia was gone.
Well,
Yeah.
don't worry about that, pumpkin. I'm not going. Whoop.
No,
Okay.
it's not.
You can roll a wisdom check at disadvantage.
Oh my gosh. Pumpkin never grow up.
Come on, another one.
Wow.
No,
Fishing for
7.
crit
Oh.
fails.
It's like 1.
You legitimately cannot see her at all. You have no idea where she went.
It's gonna be okay.
Just reach over there,
And you
can
can't smell her anymore either. You completely
probably
lost Saphia's scent.
still feel though. I don't know how it works. Maybe you can't. Maybe she's in like some pocket dimension now. Is that a thing?
Man guide my path.
Ren just throws out pocket dimensions.
No, are you scaring my daughter? Are you scaring her?
I mean, yeah. It's easy to do, and it's fun. Yeah, I'm gonna take a page out of Saphia's book every now and then.
Pumpkin, it's okay.
Man guide my paw. I want to try and like reach out and see if I
So
can
you
touch.
have an advantage on a dex check to avoid her touching you.
Right, yeah, because I am having a blast with this.
Yeah.
Okay, 12. 18. Oh, and Dex? 19.
It's okay.
Don't look at the scary ghost. Don't look at the scary wall. Hug me. Get over here. Yeah. It's okay. Saphia will be back. Saphia will be back really soon.
Where did I went to some...
You better use this power for good. Better use this power for good. I'm taking that cloak away from you.
You have to find me first.
Pumpkin, look over at the big eye. What an eye. What an eye it is.
Speaking of that eye, maybe we should get away from it because we don't know what it is. And we just took something from
Okay,
it.
well,
Is it
let's
doing anything?
Did we take the relic? Wait, that's the relic?
You have a feeling that where you guys move, it does follow you around the room. But it's not something you can actually be like, is this sort of my psyche? And it's super giant too, so it could just be, for lack of a better term, a trick of the eye, you know? So
Oh.
I know it's not looking at me.
it looks right at you.
Oh.
Where is that the relic, or was there another thing that looked
That
relic?
is the relic, yeah.
Oh.
Is that insane magical item the relic?
I'm just wearing
No, it was the table runner the whole time. It's such a nice centerpiece. It's gonna bring the room together. No.
Well, we should probably get out of here.
Yeah,
then,
let's run. Let's run away.
All right.
And you need a nap, Pumpkin.
So
I am wiped.
you guys probably have some inkling when you turn the corner here that if you take a right, you'll be back to the room where you came out of, or you can try, which will lead you back into the circular wall, or you can attempt to find an alternative exit. Or...
Nah, let's not chance it.
Okay.
Yeah, let's
Up
just
that
leave.
ladder.
Mm-hmm.
I'll lead the way, but
Can we see?
I would like to hold a lantern out, but still keep the cloak closed. Just going, ooh. Oh, where's the lantern coming from?
Pumpkin, that's Safia, okay? Just know that's Safia holding it.
Enchanted
To be a good dog is
lantern.
No,
to be a
it's
good
just
dog. To be a
Safia.
good dog is to be a
Did
good
you
dog.
never
To be a
teach
good
her
dog is to
object
be a good dog.
permanence?
I don't remember.
Okay. Well, you guys just want to go out the way you came then?
Yeah.
As fast as possible.
Okay. Well, with that, you could very easily find that you go forward, you're like, well, we definitely know it's not that direction. And you can kind of see, it's not a very long hallway and it's wide, so you can kind of see that entry hall with the candles still glowing in the skulls and stuff. And you can make it up the ladder with no problem.
Oh, damn it.
The
The
dark.
dark.
Sure. I'm
We
sure
gotta
we're
go,
running to that
Safia.
ant.
We gotta go.
You're
Okay.
halfway up the ladder,
I have
and
a
the
retro-
Ant Queen comes tearing down.
Really?
I have a retroactive question as well. Those skulls, were they dog skulls?
We
With
did
the-
cover that last
with the
episode,
candles?
but
Oh,
they
we
were
did. Okay.
they were a myriad of different,
different animals.
animals
Okay.
and I would say people and creatures is what I would say.
Okay.
Cool. So you guys make it out up into there. You have had a bit of experience with the wall, so you managed to get over that fine after taking some
Are
notes from your
you
previous
sure?
failures. I'm not going to make you roll for it because we'll be here for a year.
Fair.
And once you're out on the wall, then you can get a good sense from which way you came in as well, just based on the location of the tree that you guys tried to climb up
yeah.
and the lower part of the wall. You can reorient yourself, so you know which way. You went east to do to get there. So you go ahead and head west back into the wood.
Oh, that tree's gonna see us again.
Yeah, well, didn't we say we had to go further and then we'd go back? Did we tell them we'd come
we
back
said
through?
that, but it was.
Didn't we say
Can
we'd
we all
never
hide?
come
Can we all
back?
hide under the cloak?
Yeah, how big is it?
Oh,
You could probably fit 2 small dogs under there, but
Then, too small. Oh,
but that tree also said that all the other trees are always telling that tree where people like us are, so wouldn't it already know we're here?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
here's what I will say is that it is night when you come out.
Oh.
And it's sort of that, you can't really tell, but it's sort of that middle of the night, it's not just turned night, it's not about to turn morning, but kind of that middle zone. So if you go like wide, because it seems like you're being conscious of it,
Yeah.
to avoid it, it's something you could do easier, do with more ease since you do have the cover of darkness right now.
Cool. Let's go wide.
okay, fine.
Yeah.
And then if we run into trouble, we can just have like a small dog and a tall dog go. Small dog brings the cloak back. Another tall dog goes. We'll just shuttle it through.
2 dogs in a camouflage trench coat. Yes. Cool. So, okay, yeah, no incident. You guys keep that in mind. You avoid that specific tree. Like you said, the tree is informed by other trees, but that knowledge doesn't transfer instantly, and you're moving quickly and you're avoiding the space. So you're able to get through the forest and get back to your campsite. So you manage to come back on the clearing where yourselves and the rest of the pioneers had originally set up camp, but you find it differently than when you had left it. The camp is in total disarray and seems to have been ransacked. Items and articles of clothing are strewn all over the clearing, and many of the tents have collapsed in on themselves. And you can also very clearly tell that the fire that you had all cooked out at previously has been stomped out and completely kicked apart.
Trees.
And essentially, the intention being no hope of creating any sort of sustainable flame again.
The only one that we knew of that was left in the camp was Flan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, we should probably try to see if Flan's here, right? He's the only one here.
I will just remind you, Flan did inform all the pioneers that it was going to be a day excursion for you each to go in your directions, and you'd regroup that night. So
Yeah,
you
we're
guys
late.
took long enough that you missed that regroup time, but there is a possibility that, just based on you remembering that fact, that the other team would have been back because as you're rolling up on the camp, since you started out there midnight, and it's about a half-day journey to where you were, now the sun is coming up and rising over the clearing and turning all the trees golden and kind of lighting up the scene that you've come across in a dim way.
Well, how big are the chances that it's just some prank by the other team? Probably not very big, right?
No,
Like a
'cause
joke?
I'm not on the team.
Yeah.
Wait, is this something that you would do?
It's not something I would do, but I wouldn't put it past those other ones, right? I mean,
They're little. Well, there's 2 little babies.
I really think fruit.
Oh, the silent ones that are afraid.
Yeah.
They did a joke.
Listen, I was just reaching for something.
I want to believe that, but this is too tragic. Do we smell blood? Or any foul play?
Is there is like tracking an actual thing,
Oh yeah.
or that fall under?
Oh, I have
survive.
Searching is survive would probably.
I've got
fall under
survive
that.
as well.
Okay,
What
sweet.
what is that? What's govern survive? Is it intelligence? Or
It is wisdom.
Okay, my wisdom is +4. What do you have a higher? Can we both
0.
do it?
Yeah, can we both do it?
What are you trying to do?
Oh, well, I was trying to basically see if there were any tracks or anything, that, just to kind of get a clearer picture of if they were here, how many, where they may have gone, or who else might have come. Just whatever
Yeah.
kind of tracks and maybe the direction of them, something along those lines. Or blood.
Oh yeah, and
Anything like that.
She's got a higher 1. Can I help her?
Yeah, you guys can help each other.
Okay, cool. So you've got.
But that's something you would be able to do on your own. That's something
I
you're
have
proficient
survive.
in?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
3. Jerk.
well, what you're helping would allow Megan to roll with advantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does not.
So, no. I don't get that. That's a 13. Is what
You
I-
roll with advantage with her help.
Oh, I do? Okay.
So
weren't supposed
I
to
don't
roll.
even have to roll.
Well, I mean, you can roll, but
okay.
and your score could still be higher. but
Got it.
I rolled the exact same thing. So, 13.
13.
Estelle,
thank
you
you,
so
Estelle.
much.
$10
Thank
donation.
you.
And you're doing a survey.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that score, you can see that there are footprints all around the camp. Obviously, there's been some sort of scuffle. So what you can see within the camp is sort of indiscernible, but following around sort of the edges of the camp, you can see footprints that show a pack of paw prints of some kind running off towards the direction. It's going to be northwest.
And where did we come from?
You came from the east.
Okay.
So the sun was rising behind us.
Sure, yeah. And you know that the other team was sent to the north.
Okay.
But so maybe it's prints from then,
Okay.
but
Well, wherever it is, it looks like it went this way. Whether that's our people or someone else, I don't know.
Do we see any like little footprints? Because that would indicate it was the twins.
I mean, to be fair, you all were in this camp all night. You know?
Oh,
So
yeah.
like everybody's footprints would already be there.
They'd be everywhere, yeah, you're right.
Well, let's see what they left behind. If they left behind something very valuable or important to traveling, then maybe there was foul play. If they seemed to take all of that with themselves, then maybe there wasn't foul play.
Thank you.
Let's look at what they left behind.
Okay, would you like to perform a search check of the camp?
Yeah, I want everyone to.
Mama says
God, fucking.
You got the
Yay.
3.
Oh no, this is crazy, Havana.
Curse of the Threes.
The curse of the 3s.
I got a 12.
Okay. Does anybody want to re-roll there?
No, I got,
You got a
20.
20.
I got a 20.
Oh, you got a 20. Okay. So you all are kind of searching around. You're seeing what generally you guys are finding are pieces of what you knew were at the camp the night before. You know, people's personal belongings, their extra sets of clothing, tools for making dinner. But they're all in the wrong place. They're all strewn everywhere, carelessly either knocked or thrown or something. So that's, you guys can find a general amount of all of that. Don't cry, Amy. Don't cry. but Pumpkin specifically is searching around in the tents specifically, and you know whose tent is who, and when you're looking in Flan's tent, who is your trustee for the Pioneers, you find his journal, which you know he meticulously keeps, and that's a trait about him that you all know and are familiar with, is that he's very adamant about keeping that and keeping records and taking note of where they've been and where they need to go and things like that. So you find that, and it says, the latest entry reads this. The first team returned from the north and came up empty-pawed. The team that went searching to the east has yet to return, so I'm optimistic that perhaps they have had better luck. If they do not return by nightfall tomorrow, I will be sending the other team out after them. In the meantime, I feel it is necessary to have a little faith. As man trusts in us to find the strength to overcome, so shall I with these pioneers. They may be new to this, but I see great promise in all of them. After all, my most successful prodigies have overcome similar trial by fires. I grow uneasy, though, for as I write this during my night watch, I hear noises in the darkness, strange whisperings, and every so often twigs cracking. Perhaps it's just the wind, though I know there are many creatures, thieves, and demons that call this horrid forest their home. If it is such entities, I only hope that they deem us too insignificant to trifle with. That's the end of the entry.
Very poetic.
I read it aloud to everybody. So maybe he decided to just take a walk and just get a breather, and maybe he doesn't want to keep a journal anymore.
Yeah, that seems...
No, no. He would say he was going for a walk. He would journal about not journaling.
Yeah. Yeah, I think something bad happened here.
But he said that he was going to send the other group out after us. But there are no tracks that way.
Right.
They are not ours.
That was
And
also
the
supposed to be
noises.
the next night.
Oh, that's also the next night.
Right, they wouldn't have gone yet. Yeah.
Okay, should we fall?
Okay, so if we go back in that forest, we might have to contend with those trees, which, we might not have a choice because we've got to find our comrades, but that's something to consider, which also probably means that they have to contend with the trees if this wasn't the trees doing in the first place.
Yeah.
We are ever more blessed by man this time around.
Oh, by man.
Yeah. Well, we're blessed by this cloak, so if
That's
someone
what I
wants...
mean.
Oh. Yeah. In agreement with what you just said, if someone wants to scout ahead, we can probably sneak past the trees.
That's true. We might at least get an idea of what we're dealing with.
And you think they left this way, the northwest?
That's what it seems like. That's where all the footprints are. I mean...
Those poor babies!
They could have come in that way as well. Would I be able to tell? I mean, are the footprints so... are there too many of them that I can't really see which direction it looks like they're
give
going?
me a nature check. Or, sorry, a no nature check, which would be intelligence.
Okay.
That's a little cost.
Yes. Damn it. 10.
Fortune.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. Sweet. So, because you've already discovered the prints, so upon a closer inspection that you take, you can tell exactly where the paw prints are heading, and indeed they're off to the northwest, and you can tell that the paw prints do belong to a handful of dogs, but there's also some smaller paw prints that you would sort of discern from your knowledge to be that of cats.
Okay.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, it looks like there's some cat prints.
No.
So...
Do you think the cats are the ones that made the candles and the skulls?
Well, I have no idea.
Do you?
You have no culture?
I do not
Rude.
have no... I have no culture. No, I
I have tickets to the Pantages.
No,
thank you.
I have no religion. I have no religion, which includes religions of all different types of beings.
Whoa.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll that.
11.
You would just have a vague understanding, which I think you sort of, while you were in the cavern, sort of came to the understanding of as well, that there are some sects,
Nice.
of cats that do practice sort of this necromantic religion.
Okay.
But the specifics to you are not coming to mind.
Okay.
It's also something
Well-
all of you guys would probably know in a gossip standpoint, is like a lot of people in Pugmire who don't like cats just sort of spread the rumor that all cats are evil and they're all necromancers and they all live in the fearful forest and you know, like hook up with dead things and, you know, like stuff like that. So that's something you guys would have known on a sort of gossipy level, but you know it more on sort of like a scholarly
Well,
level.
as all the whispers in camp would say, some cats do practice necromancy, but it's only a few extremist groups.
We were just in an anthill full of extremists.
Oh,
Stop.
those ants were extreme.
They might have built an egg nest, but what if the cats were the same? That's all I'm saying. We don't know for sure, but
could be.
if we're drawing lines to things.
Well, but wait, we can't just assume that these cats have any connection to what we just found. They might, but they also might not. So we might be hindering ourselves from making assumptions. All we know, all the facts are telling us so far, is that there are a lot of footprints, dog and what looks like cats that are going in that direction, and some sort of scuffle seemed to happen here. Because otherwise, I don't think any of our comrades would have left their stuff all over the place, right? So something bad happened, of some sort. Either they left in quite a rush and then something came through here, or something took them. Or something else was chasing all of them and they're all going that direction. I don't know. It could be any number of things. But I like the idea of someone scouting ahead of it. Maybe we can at least get a clear picture.
I do need a rest. Or maybe I don't need one, but I wouldn't mind one.
Oh, I wouldn't mind a rest. I've had quite a day with Safia disappearing so many times.
I want to get after. Yeah, maybe
It is just becoming day out.
it'd be a terrible time to take a rest, and yet.
Well, what if we did a short scout? One of us scout first, just to get our bearings. Then maybe we can take a rest, so we hopefully know a bit more with what we're dealing with.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, maybe not a long rest, but a short rest. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm good with that. I'll scout.
Okay. And you guys are all taking a short rest. How does that work again? I think you regain like one of your stamina die. I don't think any of your spell slots.
Yeah, I don't think any of my spell slots either.
Ay, ay, ay. Mm-hmm. Let me see if I wrote it down. And how would you like to scout ahead, Safia?
I'm gonna pull a cloak, hide myself, and then wander down the path.
Okay. Well, with the cloak, you completely blend in with your surroundings, so there's no chance of getting noticed by any trees or anything like that. Let me see if I can find notes about play. Hold on, what the short rest does. 2 dock, equipment, resting, sleeping. Period of 1 hour or more with no strenuous activities. Can spend 1 or more of the stamina die. Roll, add the con, and then that heals that many stamina points. So, for Kelly, for example, could not heal any because she's used all of her stamina die. So
okay.
the short rest would do absolutely nothing for you.
Do I regain my stamina dice?
No.
Boo.
That's only a long rest. So anybody else though could expend 1 of your stamina die. You could roll it, add your con modifier, and then you could either use that to heal that many stamina points or regain that many spell slots.
Ooh, yep, I want those spell slots. That's what I'm gonna do.
And then you would have to rest for 8 hours to get
die
everything back, to get the die back, things like that. So, bless you.
Let's see.
Bless you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I get both of my
Thank you, ma'am.
spots back. My slots back. Worth it. I think. Who knows?
But just make sure you get rid of that die.
Okay.
Did you want to do anything?
No, I'm pretty good. I'm
No.
on down
Okay,
one.
bless you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Let's see.
Okay, so you, Safia, you go out. Give me a survive check to follow those prints.
Sorry. Can I try and research this magic trap pieces and reassemble it during my short rest?
You could, but no. Long
only
rest.
for long rest?
Yeah. Sorry,
Okay.
I did say that. Okay.
Never
Yes.
mind.
Sorry. Yeah, you're gonna have to take some time with it. So.
I got nothing.
And it's something like most magical items you would also have to attune to, which would take a good amount of time. So if you're gonna, especially if you're gonna do both, would have to require a long rest.
Oh no.
Survival again?
Survive, yeah, to
Yeah.
follow the footprints.
Okay. I've got an 18.
Hey,
yay.
nice.
That's all. I don't know if it's a particular skill in that, so 18.
Yeah, so you're able to follow those footprints. I would say you're not going too far from where your friends are, just because you want to make sure you can get back, and you want to make sure if something happens to them, you can hear it and get back to them within a lengthy time. So maybe in human time, maybe like half an hour scout ahead and then jump back. So you follow the footprints. They're consistently heading to the northwest, and they're sort of, and when you get these peaks through the trees, you can see this sort of mountain range off in the distance of the northwest, and it seems sort of that's the direction they're heading, and but other than that, pretty much without incident, you're very well hidden, and you can move pretty freely through there, and yeah, you experience the woods and a little bit of open field before you need to turn around. So
Interesting. Can I reach down and like throw a twig or something to see if these trees talk?
you want to throw a twig at the trees?
Well, I'm
Ooh,
still
on brand stuff, yeah.
I'm still covered in the cloak, so it's not like they're gonna see who threw the twig.
Sure. Okay, yeah, you can do that.
Should I roll for it?
No, I'll roll for it.
Oh,
No.
okay.
No reaction from any of the trees. Yeah.
Great. Then I walk back.
Okay. So
You
you
high
guys.
five a tree that doesn't move.
Yeah, I just like still with the cloak, like a
Yeah.
no hot.
Perfect. Okay, so you managed fine to you didn't go very far, so you managed to follow the prince back just as well to where the rest of your party
Well
is.
done.
And they are all rested. So
Yep. I'm ready to go. Oh! It's still very surprising.
So I saw some mountains.
Mm.
I only went like about half an hour, then I could come back half an hour, which equals about an hour. So that's pretty much it. I threw a twig, none of the trees reacted, so maybe those trees aren't alive.
And any sign of our friends?
No, I didn't see anything additionally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, like nothing left, no journal pages or anything.
Maybe we should take something to remind them of home. Let's take the journal.
Yeah.
Do the babies have any toys with them? I mean, I know they're like kind of adults because they're definitely like
yeah, they would be like equivalent to like human teens. So
maybe
no.
comic books or something.
Do they have any recreational materials?
Something to make them feel better when we
X-Pugs.
show up.
They do have something. Do you look through their tent? Yeah. Okay, so theirs is one of the tents that's collapsed. So you kind of wiggle your way in there, and you find sitting in the middle is a small painting of what you of like a sort of young adult, a young woman dog that is the same sort of like kind of auburn wiry hair as Graham, and you assume it's a small painted portrait of their mother.
Oh yeah, bring the hell out of that portrait.
But she's like standing in a field of flowers and smiling.
Oh my god.
We left the pan, right? Lance pan.
You brought it with you.
No.
You still
Oh, yeah,
have it.
you negotiated for it.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
did use it for something, didn't we? I
You
can't
tried
remember.
I was gonna
Tried
try
to
to
use
anchor
it
my
to
way.
throw.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you got it. We got the pan.
We
Is
got
there
the
anything
pan.
else from
On
the
a
others?
rope.
Redford. Can we bring something from Redford or Fruit Loop to make them think of?
Yeah. Give me a search check. I'll just make it count for both those tents if you're going through it.
All right, that's my maternal nature kicking in. For a road trip, you gotta have something
Memories
to
of home.
Memories of home. Yeah. Finally, a critical.
A critical.
20 on the die.
So yeah,
I use my tiny dice to do work.
it seems like Fruit Loops is one of the others tents that has collapsed, and you're able to claw your way in there. And what he's left behind that you know is important to him is his set of heavy armor, which he would have.
No, he did.
Well, he
Oh
would have
my
taken it off to
gosh.
sleep, is
Sure.
what comes to your mind.
Ooh,
And it has
Okay.
been left behind. And then, which I would say, unless you're proficient in heavy armor, that's not something you would be
I
able
can't
to
really
carry
take,
with
but
you.
maybe I can carry his helm. Part of that is his helm, right?
Yeah, I don't think he has
there.
a helmet. He doesn't have a helmet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't carry that. Sorry, Fruit Loop.
Take
You
like
are.
one grieve.
It's just clanging on the, like on your hip the whole way.
I wear the greave on my head.
No, I don't. Yeah, it's all gonna
no,
be too heavy
I
for
can't
you.
carry that.
Um,
What about
and
Redford?
in Redford's tent, which is still upright but obviously disheveled, you find his little chalk pouch, which he uses to chalk up his hands and improve his grip when he's climbing or lifting things.
Do you love it? Do you love
No,
it?
actually, I really hated the chalk part. Don't recommend
I
it.
hated the chalk.
Don't
All
say free
right,
solo.
I've got his
No.
chalk pouch.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a fortune for that because that's such a disturbing.
Yeah.
Got the button though.
Oh my
Why
gosh.
did you do that?
That many, huh? That's a.
Oh yeah. All these.
It's respectable.
So now between all of you, you sort of
Wow.
That's good.
You're like Scrooge McDuck over here in
Screws
Buttonland.
McDuck, more like it.
Yeah.
Listen, she's basically Jack Harkness.
Scrooge McDuck.
Oh.
Did you hear what Did we all hear this?
Yeah, I heard
Should I
it.
say it again? You should say it again.
Scrooge
I
McDuck.
liked it.
So now between all of you, you sort of all have a personal effect from each of the other pioneers, including actually you do kind of have one from Fruit Loop because you have a little bit of his solve in the container it came in.
Oh,
so,
yeah. Remember this gift you bestowed upon us?
So now you.
Are you
all have
carrying
a
the
piece
chalk
of that.
dust?
You can have it.
Okay, because I might use it.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, but also let's remember what it's actually for.
Yeah.
No, just use it all.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you can add that to your inventory.
Okay. I mean, this is a little toss up right now, but okay. I'm hearing one thing, I'm hearing another thing. I don't know which way to lean.
How are you going to use all that chalk? Chalk is really, there's a lot of it. It's going to take a long time to use up. What are you going to do with chalk anyway?
What
How are you going to use it?
What if they climb? You put it
You
on
would-
your paws.
Yeah, but
and then-
once, and then there's more left over. He's got, you're not going to use all of
how
it.
many
Also-
times have you climbed?
If you put it on your feet and you walk around, it's like ghost footprints almost, you know?
You
could probably freak
I'm
some
tempted.
people
I'm
this party
tempted.
out.
Because I could put on the cloak.
You
and then-
be nice
people
to
like
Pumpkin.
who?
You
Like
be
who?
nice. Be nice, Ren. Play
Like who?
Twilly,
Oh yeah.
right?
Yeah. Twilly's always falling for the tricks.
I mean, she said it.
Yeah, I'm such a gullible dog.
Oh, I believe you when you say that, Ma.
We'll go with that. Be nice.
I haven't done anything yet. Okay. I got
I'm gonna
chalk.
be the worst mom.
What would you guys like to do?
Let's northwestward ho.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's follow those tracks.
All right. So you guys, you got a little bit of a rest in. You've collected some remnants of your fellow pioneers, and you head off. Like before, when you got to the space where the relic was, in the same direction, or in this direction, there is sort of a similar type of path, very narrow, very faint, but it is sort of enhanced a little bit by the footprints that you can orient yourself with, which every now and then you do have to, if you lose them a little bit, you have to do a bit of a search to come across those again. And
I
sorry?
I was just gonna say I would like to have 2 darts out, just kind of like before, just in my paws, just in
Okay,
case.
sure, yeah. Ready to rumble.
I'm ready to rumble.
And yeah, you find yourself passing through a myriad of terrains, wide open fields with colorful flowers dotting their face, and
Cute.
long grass that is like super soft, and it sort of has this like ethereal tickle as it touches the back of your legs.
Huh.
And it's sort of this strange like welcome reprieve from what you're used to sort of experiencing within the fearful forest so far. And you also pass through parts of the forest where the trees seem extremely tall, like almost reaching the sky, and their trunks are this sort of almost bright red that you haven't seen in the fearful forest before. And it's something, rather beautiful to you in the mess of things. And as you can kind of sense that you had scouted the mountain earlier, and you can kind of sense that you're getting closer to that. And as you do get closer to it, the trees get denser and the trunks are formed closer together, but you can still find those tracks in that small path weaving in and out between them. And but as you continue that way, you do come to a break in the trees, where beyond that there's a few scattered trunks. They kind of they kind of part, they start become more scarce. We go from this extreme denseness of the forest, and suddenly there's this weird break, and it's a lot more sparse, and they're a lot more spaced out. And what you can see clearly once you get through that break is that there is a wide river just beyond them. And the waters, as you approach it, you can tell the waters are running very fast, and parts they're even kind of frothing as they crash against the large rocks that are littering the silty base of the river. And if you look up the river, you can see it sort of winds, to the tip of your perception, and you can kind of tell it, up there it's a bit calmer than you're finding it right here. And then as you look down the river, you can kind of tell that it even gets more intense, and the froth of the river becomes at the tip of your perception in that direction becomes even more aggravated.
That's a waterfall.
Yeah, you can kind of perceive maybe there's a dip at that point, but it's not something you can clearly see from where you are.
And does the trail end here?
It seems like the trail goes across.
Oh, dang.
Well, we can go up to where it's calmer, and then put the rope across in case we need to, because the current's still strong. And
It is. I will just say it is hard since the river is particularly wide. From where you are on the side of the river, you can see the paw prints lead up to that, and then they sort of disappear, and you can't tell if they come out on the other side. That's how it's that significantly wide that you can't.
Never mind.
We have in this world, do cats still generally dislike water?
Yes. Well,
Is that knowledge?
I think they just dislike most things, but
Poor cats.
but yeah,
Yeah,
I don't think they would enjoy
A bath.
a bath or a fresh dip. in
Yeah, I was just wondering
pool.
if
Yeah.
that was a common thing.
But it's not. I don't think it's as adverse of a reaction as like a cat. We would know it today.
Okay.
It's just more of an uppity thing.
Sure.
Yeah. I want to get my fur wet. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think that's a good idea. Maybe we just go up where it's a bit calmer, so we don't risk that.
Maybe we can leave something like dug into this side, so that way we know where to look for the tracks once we get across.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Like a stick?
Maybe like a bunch of sticks.
A bunch of sticks?
Like a
Yeah.
bunch of sticks.
That works.
a
Oh
bunch
yeah,
of
like a
sticks?
bunch. Stick them in, and then
Yeah, it seems like the river is pretty far across, so it has to be something noteworthy. So yeah, bunch of sticks.
There's probably a really big one around here somewhere we could
or
use.
one big one.
Like
Yeah.
a big stick that's like
Okay.
bigger than a bunch of sticks?
Yeah,
Yeah, like a log.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, like a log that that like when you all fell.
Yeah.
Ah!
Pumpkin, don't be such a bitch.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, I'm a little
like-
sore. I didn't really get to heal up when we rested, so I'm a little ornery.
Mm.
Ugh.
Yeah, if we could put like two big ones together like this, like something you don't normally see in nature, and then that way we'll know.
Perfect. Upside down V.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's do that.
Yeah, let's look for
Let's
two
look for two
big
large
sticks.
So we can kind of.
Okay. I'd say that is, if you're actively trying to search for those things, that's something you can very easily find.
Great. I got one stick.
Yeah, let's see if we can just lean them together. I stick them in the ground and lean them together.
Can we?
Can we?
Oh, can we?
Yeah.
We
All
are
right.
If
capable.
you guys take the time, are you, so you're standing them up like this?
Yeah,
Are
just
you using anything to like bind them? I don't think maybe they'd, unless they were stuck in the ground.
Oh, or does one
bound at
have
the top.
a like notch in it?
yeah, something like that. That or
And that way it would.
is there like vine around here? Is this a viney forest or?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't believe there's.
I mean, we have rope,
Yeah, let's do let's cement
like-
it into the ground or
Yeah.
like dig some holes.
or we could use mud or something.
Yeah, if you guys dug a hole, stuck them in there, and filled it back in, that would probably function.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you guys have no problem doing that.
Feels good.
Feels
did it.
good.
Now we go north or wherever.
Let's
Up
go
river.
upstream.
And you notice as you're sort of moving upstream, there is a part not far from where you put that post. That it's still a fascinating part of the river, but there is sort of this amalgamation of like large rocks that are peeking out from under the water. So they're sort of stuck in the silty base and then, coming up out of the water and forming sort of these steps. And then on the opposite side of the river, a tree has fallen. And it's sort of, so
Don't
it's
go
sort
that
of
way.
formed, a bit of a natural walkway of sorts.
We should
yeah,
just
do you want
swim.
to throw a rock at the rocks?
Yeah, I do. I do.
Give
really
me
do
a
more than anything.
dex.
Oh my gosh.
We should just swim across. I don't.
6.
You miss.
This
Yeah,
log
that's
thing.
fine.
Yeah, it's not gonna work. I've got like.
I think it'll work better than me swimming. I know, me too. When I saw that log, I was like, "Oh no, the wall!" but I think it'll work better than me swimming. I gotta be honest. For me,
Okay.
anyway.
I mean,
Yeah.
I feel great about the log.
Of course you do.
Of course you do.
You're not traumatized.
Is the
bless
river longer than 50 feet?
Longer
Wider.
or wider?
Wider?
I would say not. no.
Taller?
Is it taller than 50 feet?
It is such a tall river. No, I would say it's under 30 feet or under 50 feet wide.
So we have 50 feet of rope. Why don't, just to be safe, the first person going across gets tied with some rope in case one of us slips. We have a rope.
Okay.
Pumpkin?
Oh, me first?
Well, I mean, you had the best track record with
Okay.
the log last time.
Well.
So
That was very uncharacteristic of me, so we'll see how it goes this time. Okay.
Tie a rope around you. Remember, the
Tie
other
a
end
rope
has a
around me.
pan on it.
Can't you just hold the other end? Why do you have to hold the pan tied to
We already made a thing out of it.
Fine. Okay.
You want me to
All
undo
right.
it? We're going to put it back on.
No, man has spoken. I'm going. Okay. So, all right. Do I
Give
dex?
me a dex balance if you have any
I
proficiency in balance.
have no
Okay.
proficiency in balance.
Then just your dex.
I
oh,
have
good.
No, 0.
We have plenty of fortune in the bowl.
16.
Ooh.
Yes, you make it across.
Hey.
Oh,
See?
man. You have rained good things down upon me.
Are you done?
Oh, why don't I bless you?
Please.
Yeah.
Do you still have more of that left? How many times can you do that?
Oh wait, because I didn't do anything. Well, so it's the spell that like I have as a.
It's like a cantrip.
It's like I'm not sure. I'm sorry, I don't know that phrase.
Is it 0 level or?
Yeah, 0 level.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
so it
basically-
doesn't expend us.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, that's
so that
crazy.
one. And, yeah, bless, bane, and then sacred flame. I think are the two.
What's the name of that?
bless bane?
Is that the name of the spell?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead. You can.
Ooh, man, I feel you. But that I have to concentrate during this time while you guys are
Okay,
going.
I would say if it's a concentration spell, if you're gonna have to concentrate on the spell, then if anybody falls and you're the one who's trying to
closest.
keep them from flowing away, you would roll with a disadvantage.
Okay.
And it would break the spell.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Do they still want me to do this?
Like go across or bless?
Bless.
You could do.
I already went across.
Okay. Yes, bless us.
Okay.
For
What's
sure.
the range on that?
30 feet. Is the river wider than 30 feet?
It works.
Okay.
Yay!
Yay.
We've been blessed. This tree trunk will have no power over us anymore. Okay.
Dexterity balance.
Dexterity balance. So just dexterity for me, and that is a +1. Come on, baby. And then plus my bless, so that's 7 + 1 is 8. +2 is 10. Frick! That is not great. Fortune? I'm gonna fortune it, okay? Fortune.
Hold on to that rope.
Okay,
Hold
take
on to that rope.
Big rock. Even better. 19 on the die plus the bless.
You don't get to reroll.
Okay, we'll keep it at 2. That's fine. Because that is 21 plus my dex is 22.
You make it across.
Oh, the power of man feels good.
Oh, it does. It does.
All right, Dad. What are you? 4. That's not very nice.
Uh-oh.
6. I got 10. I got
Oh.
10.
Fortune.
Or Jen.
Fortune.
Thank you. That's better. 16, 17, 18, 19.
You make it.
Yay! Come on, Safia.
We're using so many fortunes.
Uh-huh.
So I got
Worth
3.
it. Because last
Whenever
time we just
sneaking,
took
never
so
mind.
long to get over that
No,
wall.
definitely not.
Oh my goodness.
Come on! What was
Oh
it?
my goodness.
It was a 3.
Wow.
Savannah, did you do something?
Stop using this thing.
What about
I don't know why and how.
Dom, did we get more fortunes?
Did
I
you
haven't seen
fortune?
any.
Fortune.
Oh yeah. I
Well,
like
but I didn't get one for Pickle Weasel or Modern Chow.
I'll go back through.
Nat 20.
Yay! We can't do
Yes.
anything without fortune.
Plus Dex 21, 24.
So you make it across, and you have a backflip flourish at the end.
Yes. Yeah, take
As
that.
only Safia would, and you land.
We.
And then I hide.
And
saw
then
what
you
you were doing.
land and you flip the cloak over you. And way cooler, yes. So that you guys successfully made it across.
Yay.
And it only took half a day.
And it only took half a day. The sun is setting now. So you covered a lot of land getting
Yeah.
to the river
Mhm.
and sort of weaving in and out of the woods and keeping such a close eye on those tracks. You weren't traveling at like your maximum
Right,
speed.
right, okay.
So by the time you have made it across the river, the sun is setting.
Ooh.
And
Yikes.
it is getting darker, and you do seem like when you're turning around and looking around, you do see that it's going to turn back into trees, and you can kind of see that it is at the base of the mountain there. So you're going to start, the elevation is going to start climbing. But as you bind up your rope and you kind of consider what your next step is, or to go find the path of the footprints again, you hear some soft footsteps from behind you. And you turn and you see a seasoned-looking otter approaching you. And his fur is all white, and it lies slick against his form, and he wears a colorful smock that's been faded by time and sort of muddied by exploration. And he's carrying in his arms a large brown tome or journal, you're not really sure, and a strange item in his other paw that appears to be some sort of like long plastic cylinder, but you have no idea what that is. And his tongue sticks out oddly, but sort of endearingly out of the corner of his mouth, even closed, you know? But he does have sort of a faint smile on his face as he approaches you. And he does have a monocle over one of his eyes, which is actually his only eye. And so he's got a little monocle on that the little gold rim and the gold beading falls down into a little pocket on his smock. And he takes a moment to look at you all with his eye before he says, Well, hello there, travelers. I see you've managed to overcome the dangers of the river then. You must be very good, strong dogs to be making it out here on your own.
Are you mocking me?
Sorry?
Sorry?
Sorry? Oh no, I talk weird because my tongue often hangs limp out of my mouth.
You don't talk weird. That's a good way to talk.
That is a good way to talk.
Oh,
That's
thank
good
you
to
very
talk.
Isn't that
kindly.
weird?
Man made you perfectly.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate the sentiment.
This is Pumpkin.
Oh, hello, Pumpkin. A pleasure to
I
meet
am
your
Pumpkin.
acquaintance.
This is Safia.
Hello, Safia. Pleasure to meet you.
I'm Twilly.
Twilly, hello.
Ren.
Bren, it's so great to meet you. I am Sid, and I'm Sid, yes, and I actually live nearby, and I couldn't help overhear. I'm quite curious, you see, the noises going on and the conversation, and so I just thought I'd take a peek. I hope you don't mind. I've been observing you a bit through the woods. I take notes on all the sorts of activities that go on in the wood, and this is something I never see, so I got quite excited. I hope you don't mind, but I'm happy to see you. You made it across, all right.
Wait, so you say you don't see this very often? Like a group of travelers?
Well, a bunch of capable dogs trying to sort of forcibly get themselves across the river. You seem in a hurry, and no, not a lot of dogs in general coming through this way, except for the stray merchant every now and then. I've run into a couple pioneers in the past before as well, but also a rare treat.
Wait, you haven't seen anyone come through here recently then?
Well, I have actually. Not here, but I often spend my days deeper in the fearful forest, observing the creatures there and making notes of the changes in activity and different monsters or creatures or people even appearing in different areas, and what does it mean and what's the pattern and things like that. So but anyway, I got distracted. But yes, it was I believe yesterday evening. Yes, there was a group that came through. It was very odd. It was a few dogs, but I would say a regular clouder of cats.
Do they seem to be friendly?
I mean, they weren't fighting per se. I was actually observing them through my telescope, and he holds up his plastic cylinder, which when he holds it up, you can now see it's got a large glass sort of orb at the end that shines in the evening light and sort of it glimmers in an odd way. Though I saw them through the telescope, and I don't know, it didn't look like they were fighting, but I never see dogs and cats hang out. No offense. I mean, I'm sure you guys are cool or whatever, but
Did you
yeah.
approach them the way that you approached us just now?
Oh no, there was like a whole lot of them, and sometimes it's just better to observe than interrupt. And like I said, they were very far away, and I'm kind of old, so I don't move very fast. To bite, I don't think I would have been able to catch up to, especially they were going up the mountain, and that's one of the places I wish I could explore more, but my weak little knees,
Did you see if any of the beings were they seem to be restrained in any way, or have maybe their paws tied, or?
Well, if I think about it, I do consider that maybe the dogs were not moving very much. I don't know, their arms were sort of in, and their stride was not very wide, so perhaps some restraints were involved. I didn't consider that at the time. I thought maybe they were just awkward.
So you've not seen any of those cats or dogs before then?
Well, I've seen cats, I've seen dogs, but you don't really ever see them together.
Well, right, but not those.
But things
particular
change every day.
You're right.
People change, dogs change, cats change, otters change. I've changed a lot over the past years.
But usually faces remain similar, so it's not faces you recognise.
Well, they were pretty far away, so I don't imagine that I would
be able to recall from such a distance.
Did you happen to draw it in your journal?
I can't draw very well.
Oh, you just wrote it down?
I take very avid notes, and I've been trying my hand at cartography, but it's a work in progress.
Are you alone, or do you have family or anything going on?
Well, I used to be a part of a tribe, but we did not see eye to eye. No pun intended. So I set out.
Because you have one eye.
Right. Sorry.
Oh,
At
it's okay.
pumpkin.
I mean, I do. I only have one, but that works perfect with the telescope. I don't even have to close my other eye to make it work.
So we need a place to crash. Twilly's a really good cook. Can we just crash at your place?
Oh yes, if you like, it's quite small. It's just a little cabin that I built myself, and it's a little cramped, but
Is it underwater or is it on land?
Thank you,
Hey.
Oh no, it's a cabin in the woods, just actually over here. I'd like to keep it near the river because I to stay limber. I like to go for my daily dips.
Thanks very
Oh
much.
yes, your daily
Nice.
dips. Yeah, well, we could. Maybe we're not real fond of the forest at night. Boy, can it talk to you. Yeah. So maybe if we could stay the night in a place with walls. You seem nice enough. Are we trusting this guy?
Yeah, I'll tell you stories in exchange for our lodging.
Oh, I'd love to hear them. Yeah, I wouldn't dare to ask for any sort of payment, but any tales you have as dogs traversing through the fearful forest, I'm sure is a very unique experience compared to my own. So I would love to hear about that. And if you're hungry, I could make you some food. And if you're hurt, I have some things that could perhaps assist in the healing process.
And perhaps in return, I can share with you the word of man.
No, I got stories, so it's
Yeah.
we got.
Well, I have literature.
I mean, stories though really entertain.
That's the kind of thing you
Sophia.
can leave behind, and
Yeah.
they can
Oh,
net there.
but God, man. Oh, I have almost blasphemed. But man can be in your heart always.
Oh, so that sounds like it's already taken care of. I had a crazy story about this giant snail I saw one time.
Well, I'd love to hear about it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I've ever encountered a giant snail before.
Yeah, it wasn't big. It was just bigger than a normal snail.
What is their slime consistency like?
Well, let's get to your place first, then let's talk about
I've
viscosity.
misplaced my pen. Here it is.
And I'll assist with the cooking, so maybe you can just take notes.
Well, that's great. I just caught some fish this afternoon. So
Yummo.
should be quite delectable. Follow me.
And so he does. He kind of shuffles off and leads you back to. He leads you back to his cabin, which is really not far off from where you guys crossed. It's just deeper in the wood for, I imagine, a bit of cover, so he's not out in the open or too close to the river if it flooded or anything like that. And so as you enter Sid's cabin, you do realize, as he said, it is very small, cozy, and it sort of has an emphasis on a rustic design, mostly because he's made it out of stuff in his surroundings, and he's made it by himself, and he's old and maybe not perhaps the most effective carpenter, but it is quite homely, or homely. That means ugly, right? Yeah, sure. Quite cozy, homey. Yeah. And even as it's so, he's used so many materials around him that it almost sort of fades in to the forest around him. And when you enter the home, the first thing that sort of catches your eye is how littered the place is with books, bits and baubles, strange technology that is unfamiliar to you, collections of different specimens, odd jars with things sort of floating around in them. Not as nefarious as what you might have seen in the cavern, but and it's absolutely stuffed with items and sort of like what you would decipher as like haphazard research, just like parchment everywhere and scribbled notes that you really can't read yourself, and just the mess is created by someone in a constant journey of discovery and learning, and it doesn't have time to organize it beyond that. And yeah, as you enter, Sid immediately shuffles over to a corner, which you assume is like his a little kitchen area, and he merrily puts on a kettle for you, and the sun is almost completely gone down at this point, as you can notice through the couple small windows in the wall. And yeah, he reaches into a strange box and pulls out a few fish and begins cleaning them.
I will help him.
Sure, you can help them together. You make quick work of cleaning them and begin cooking the fish, which he has another sort of mysterious item that he sort of flips a switch and fire comes out of it, and he, you guys can pan it up, and he pours oils and sort of natural herbs on top of the fish as you guys sit around and does the longest snore.
Yeah.
Just one long snore. But yeah, what would you guys like to do? Ask, say.
I'd like to look at all of his stuff and kind of and use Voracious Learner to kind of see if I recognize any of his research and baubles and stuff.
Sure. Yeah, from your research, you can't recognize everything from what you know, but it is so eclectic that there are definitely pieces. You can see books that are about man, about the religion of man. You can see books that are about magic, about relics, about artifacts. You can see books that are about creatures and monsters. And but then there's a few other things that you don't really understand. Some of the books look handmade, like these tomes that he's taken time in, or books he's started to write, or things of that nature. So it's not all completely discernible to you, but the things that you are versed in, you see traces of that everywhere.
Okay, cool.
Hey, you know anything about a giant eyeball? Like a big old eye?
Oh, are you talking about the necromantic symbol?
Jesus.
Maybe. I don't know. What's that look like?
It's like, well, it can come in many forms. It's sort of open to interpretation of the artist, but, I often found it's the eye by itself, perhaps with the lids, perhaps with the lashes, but often in the shape of a slender pupil.
Okay. Is there anything interesting in the meaning behind that, or is that just necromancers are just an eyeball, let's go with it?
Oh, the necromancers often use it to mark their territory, or to give some sort of, I imagine, some sort of necromantic blessing to certain items or areas or spaces. I think, and I have not spoken to any necromancers directly, so this is sort of all by observation and conjecture. But it's a symbol of power for them.
Okay.
And, yeah.
What would a necromantic blessing look like?
Like eyeball?
Well, if they blessed an object with a necromantic blessing, what would that do to that object?
Well, it'd probably be indiscernible on an object, from what I know anyway. But if the necromancers were using their spells on perhaps fallen creatures or people, then that would cause the creatures to rise from the earth and sort of live again and walk the earth, either as sort of creatures made of bone, or creatures that maybe they still have bits of their flesh and skin on, but they're walking slowly, and they crave the flesh of others, and their minds are gone.
Have you seen these?
Yes, only a few though, but it's a bit disconcerting. It's been really a lot more active recently as far as the undead, and even demonic activity in the area has quite stepped up.
Well, that doesn't sound very good.
Have you seen other things being recruited, like the way that these cats were maybe taking these dogs away? Have other beings been disappearing or anything?
I haven't observed anything else like that, but again, it didn't really occur to me that the dogs were being taken captive in the first place. So I guess perhaps it's past my perception or understanding in that regard. But no, a lot of the people out here are traveling by themselves or in small groups. So to see a big group like that, it's pretty odd, and such mixed company.
How you feel about ants?
Oh, ants? Oh, yeah, they're tough. They're fast, too.
Yeah, that checks out.
Where do you think those cats are going?
Well, I have, in the travels I have been able to make up the mountain, which I have to pack very thoroughly because, as I said, I can't get very far. But I'm pretty sure, based on who I've seen going up there, it's mostly cats. So I'm pretty sure it is a kingdom of Mao.
We know that name, don't we?
One of the cat kingdoms, but I'm not familiar. If I know of it, I'm not familiar which one it is. It's at this point, unfortunately, unknown to me, and I would love to discover more if I could perhaps intercept one of the cats on the way up the mountain. I could ask, but the opportunity as such has not arisen.
Okay.
The kingdom of Mao.
Well, I'm gonna catch some shut-eye. Thank you for the fish.
I'm never
Yeah.
going to sleep again. This is so scary.
The kingdom of Mao?
You know, the monarchies,
Yes.
all the kingdoms that the cats run, but they're so private and they do it so far away from where all you guys are from that I can't imagine there's too much literature about it. And
I'm so curious to learn their thoughts on man. I know that they differ from ours, but I am curious to see how it lines up and how I can show them the right way to worship.
No, they're terrible. They're terrible people, and they're taking our friends, and they're probably going to kill them and re-raise them to be undead soldiers for them. No, this is terrible.
Oh.
Monarchies of Mao. No, you're not going to turn them into your in-demand followers. They're cats. They're cats.
Right, but not all cats are all the same. Just like not all dogs are all the same.
They're not
That's
They did not
right.
take our friends to do good
that
work
group,
on them.
Probably not. But
That
it's a whole
group is
kingdom.
probably unsavable. The
Yeah.
necromancers are probably
I
best burned to the ground.
sit up from laying down on the ground to get a little bit of shut-eye.
Sorry.
Really quick, do you happen to have like a map that you made that we could possibly like make a copy of if we want to go find our friends and that whole group that's hanging out?
oh, sure. I mean, like I said, I've been practicing my cartography, and it is not great. Like I said, work in progress. But and I've got a sort of master copy. But I could just sort of scribble down the general location that would be pertinent to your interests.
Oh, that would be awesome. Thank you so much.
Okay,
I go back to laying down.
So Sid sits down at one of his, which you thought was just a pile of stuff, but it ends up being a desk. He sort of just like shoves some stuff around and pulls an inkwell out of nowhere and rips a piece of parchment from something off the ground and begins scribbling down. And he looks up every now and then to think about it, and then he'll shuffle over to another corner of the room where he's sort of working on some sort of master map for the entire region that is very expansive, but it has a lot of odd notes on it and a lot of question marks and it's a little crude. But eventually he finishes up and you lay back down.
No, I'm back to sleep.
Oh, okay. Well, it looks like your friend fell asleep, but I finished this if anybody wants it.
We would love. Thank you.
Oh, sure. Here.
Oh, man bless you. Oh, beautiful work, really, simply stunning.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, you've got some real talent in you.
Oh, I'm still studying.
Oh,
so.
you wouldn't even know. Oh, you wouldn't know. Take a look at this. Take a gander.
Look at that.
It's pretty good.
I know. I can tell exactly what's going on here. So that's a great map. It's not one of those guess what it is kind of maps, you know?
Well, I just I try to draw.
What's
things.
a Houndton and Mutttown? Is that what?
You would know what those are.
Oh, I do. Oh, okay.
They're like
I thought they were
sub-cities
slurs.
of Pugmire. They're different sort of small.
Ellendonk.
You would know that as too.
My house. Wow, really detailed, efficient, wonderful lisp. I can't say it.
Sorry?
Wonderful lisp. Your lisp.
Oh, thank you. It's because my tongue does not stay in my mouth.
And I have an underbite, and I don't know how that makes mine a thing, but it sure does. We're one and the same, you and me, Sid.
Oh, is that right?
Well, I mean,
Perhaps you'd like to stay with me
I have a
and help me
husband.
with my study.
I have a husband.
Oh,
Oh.
So no, thank you.
I mean, it could be a temporary position.
I need to get home to him. You know, he's probably really worried about me. And also, I'm worried about no, is the short answer.
Okay, that's all right. I get really lonely, and I shouldn't allow that to
Yeah, I shouldn't have
pressure
said,
you.
I shouldn't have said we were one and the same. That was out of bounds
Right.
and extensive.
No worries.
I'm gonna go to sleep. I've done enough damage.
Well, if you're gonna go on this journey, perhaps before you go, I could lend you my telescope. It should help you, see things from a distance and, perceive things before you come upon them. And, for situations like this, it might be quite apt in having the upper hand.
You are too
This
generous.
is so kind.
Oh, it's no worries. I've done enough studying, and not all this ancient technology I've quite worked out. But if I find duplicates, I take them apart and I figure out how they work. And then if I find the parts, I can put them back together. And so yeah, I think I feel confident I could make another one of these. So you guys can take this one, and I'll make a new one, and hopefully it'll help you.
That's very nice.
You need to not be so nice to strangers. We outpower you 4-1, and like if we had any negative evil energy in us, we could have easily overtaken you.
If we were not dogs of man.
If we were not good dogs.
Well, thanks to the telescope, I'm able to observe individuals for a good amount of while from a great distance before actually interacting with them. So I saw how you guys helped each other to overcome a common obstacle. And,
the log.
And
the log.
and only a good dog would do that. Would help each other like that and live not only for themselves but for each other.
I sit up and I say, "Oh, you should bless Sid."
I'll bless you.
Okay. What does that entail? Will it hurt?
No, it feels really good.
Oh,
It feels so nice.
You might get addicted to the blessing.
Yeah, you ever ring a bell?
yes, many.
Oh, then okay, then you know what you're in
I
store
love
for.
bells.
Oh, then you're gonna love this.
Yeah.
I'm going to bless you and your home.
Oh, well, thank you.
I'm just gonna make it a quick one. Be a good dog and make a better.
Is he okay?
And
alright?
the eyes like roll back.
Oh,
it's like
is he
white.
okay?
And
Just wait for
I
it.
don't know.
Just wait for it.
It's what she
Be a
does.
good dog.
It's supposed to be a quick one. Sorry.
Yeah, that actually was longer.
No, I
You got lost.
I was in a fugue state. I don't know. I don't know what happened. But to
You
me,
did-
it was a instant,
You did great.
instantaneous, but a blessing.
And Sid does feel that what familiar to you guys at this point, but very new to him, is that feeling of warmth that sort of starts in the middle of his chest and spreads to the tips of his extremities, and he goes, "Oh, that's lovely. It's like being dipped in a bath of gold or something. I love it. Thank you."
You're so welcome. But really, you should be thinking, man.
Oh, thank you, man.
Oh.
You did it. One more.
All right, I'm down to. I'm going to sleep.
So who would take the telescope from him?
I'll take it.
You're a good watcher, noticer.
Okay, so that's going to grant you advantage on notice checks.
Heck yeah.
And it can also grant you low light and dark vision,
Ooh,
but the image is going to be monochrome,
Okay.
so you won't be able to discern colors and depth of field might be difficult.
Okay.
Yeah, we're dogs. We're used to that.
You guys actually can see in full color,
Hey, all right.
but canines can't.
Yeah, it's like the end of The Giver.
Not
Sorry,
just
that was a
now.
spoiler.
Yeah, Jesus. But yes, so is there anything else you guys would do? You've got the map, you've got the telescope.
Yeah, I want to try and rest a little.
Okay.
Oh yeah, do you need his healing? He said he would heal.
I need
For
to
free.
heal.
I think you
Or
are
will I
about to
just-
just go to
just
sleep.
sleep?
So I think the food would help a lot, and I think the rest in like a covered home.
Yeah.
You know, well, he has bedding. It's such a cramped space though that you guys are basically just in a dog pile of sort of like
Yeah, we are.
slumber and snuggles, and you all sort of just crowd in his living room space. And there's a tiny little hall that goes back into his bedroom, and he has a little bed back there, but it's completely surrounded by like piles of books and trinkets and stuff. So there's not a lot of room for anyone to go back there. So you all sort of camp out in his living room. And
Even though I'm the smaller dog, I am big spooning Pumpkin.
Yeah.
Perfect. and yeah, you guys all fall asleep, and you with Sid there, you feel safe in that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Trust this otter
and
implicitly.
feel like in the morning you will be rejuvenated and ready to get back your friends from whatever dangers they've encountered. So, and that is where we're going to end our episode.
Love Sid. I love Sid. But not enough.
Sid is actually an adoptable dog too. I just made him an otter. So Sid is a real dog. You can check the I believe !adopt commands, and you can check the link there. And if you're in his area or want to travel, you can adopt him. He's a senior Chihuahua who has one eye, and his tongue ain't never in his mouth. It's so cute.
Loves a book, loves to travel.
Yeah.
That is so cute.
So yeah, that was our session for today. Thank you guys all for
Yay.
tuning in.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. We have one more episode left, which will be next Tuesday at 6 p.m. So please tune in for that. But until then, let's make sure we check in with all of our players today and make sure if what else we can catch them on in the future. Megan, plug your things.
Okay. Yes, so you can catch me actually here tomorrow at 4 for Megan and Jordan's Halloween Extravaganza, in which Jordan Capes Cameron and I are playing Until Dawn, and we're doing an all-kill, all-horrible run-through, so we're trying to make the worst choices ever, and we actually have seen a lot of new things by doing that. It's really interesting. And then you can catch me on Fridays on Wildcards, 8 p.m. That is our Savage Worlds Deadlands Reloaded show. And then you can also catch me on Experience Pointers, which is a podcast where we talk about GM and RPG stuff. You can find us on Twitter at EXPPointersPod. And if you back here at Saving Throw for $10 or more, you do get access to that podcast a week earlier than everyone else.
Nice.
Nice.
Amy Vorpahl.
I'm Amy Vorpahl. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram and on Twitch at VorpahlSword. And tune in tomorrow for Iron Keep Chronicles of Wednesday here, Saving Throw Show at 8 p.m. PT with Havana Mahoney and GM Tom Lommel. And then, and also I've got a podcast with my sisters that we've recently actually gotten back on the ball with. So that's Twin Sister, and you can follow us on Twitter at TwinSisterPod.
Very cool. Awesome. Kelly Nugent.
Hey, it's me, Callie Nugent. You can find me on all the social media at Callie Nugee, KELLYNUGEE. You can listen to any of my podcasts: Teen Creeps, Public Domain Theater, Same Day Shipping, and the podcast that I have with Omar. Thank you for questing.
Yay. And Omar Najam.
Hi, I'm Omar Najam. You can find me on Twitter at Omar Najam. And the thing I'll mention is that 13 Days, 13 Shorts is a little festival I run that's Halloween themed that is kicking off on Friday. So if you want to sign up the last 13 days of October, each get a theme. People just make stuff, short stories, take pictures. Last year, we actually had someone build out like a haunted house, like a RPG little booklet that you can play through.
Cool. Whoa.
So JP Rakat did that. So if you want to check it out, 13 days, 13shorts.tumblr.com. And also if you head over there, there's a link to make sure you're registered to vote, and also register to vote if there's still time for you. So in California, there's still time. So.
And yes, I am Havana Mahoney. I've been your guide this evening. You can find me on Twitch 6 days a week at twitch.tv/Vanna, VANA, or you can find me on Twitter at Havanarama, HAVANARAMA. And yeah, we've got Iron Keep Chronicles tomorrow, 8 p.m. PST, right here on Saving Throw Show. Please tune in for that. It's some 5th edition goodness. And we only have 3 episodes left.
Wow.
So yeah.
Wow.
Don't sleep on it.
End of an era.
Yeah.
For the season.
Well, yeah, the season.
End of the season.
We're all going to move to the Bahamas after.
Oh, I mean, there's only one episode left then?
Yeah.
There's no more episodes left.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I misspoke. No,
We're going tomorrow.
And of course, please tune in for next week, Tuesday, for the finale of Pugmire. Unfortunately, Amy Vorpal will not be with us
I
next
can't.
week, but we'll be joined by the amazing Nega Orcs. If you know her from Twitch, it's NEGAORYX. If you want to look her up on Twitch, but she's really wonderful, and she's going to be filling Amy's spot. So please tune in for that 6 p.m. PST Tuesday. And yeah, thanks so much to Dom, who is our man behind the helm here.
Yay!
And thank you to everybody who donated to the Pug Nation Rescue of Los Angeles. How much did we get?
23 away from a full adoption fee.
All right, guys. I call upon you, the heroes of the universe. All of you are the heroes of the universe. And we're $23 away. $23 away from oh my God, it's late. Sorry. I've been GMing for 3 hours. Give me a break. We're $23 away from completely funding the waiving of one adoption fee for one whole pug. So if you want to help an awesome family adopt a pug within their means, if you guys want to work together to contribute that last $23, that would mean a lot for the Pug Nation. We still got a little time while I plug disorganized play happens today. Iron Keep tomorrow. Of course, we've talked about that 3 times. Wild Cards on Friday. Megan plugged that. Saturday, The Broken Pact at 1 p.m., which is actually going to be over on the D&D channel, but it's us. That
is so cool.
And it's Magic the Gathering
So
stuff.
cool.
So it's a beautiful dish, a beautiful stew of all of your favorite things. So please go tune in for that 1 p.m. over on D&D. Estelle's throwing in 10.
Yay!
$13 away from funding the adoption fees for one pug
Pug Nation.
at Pug Nation Rescue of Los Angeles. We can do it. We can do it. And then after Saturday, we've got Tempting Fate on Sunday at 5 p.m. So please tune in for that. Thank you to all the contributions to Pug Nation today, guys. Thank you for the resubs. Really appreciate it. And thank you, of course, to our moderators who keep the chat friendly, safe, fun, and accessible for everybody else here in this awesome community. Really appreciate it. And yay!
Oh my gosh!
A little bit extra doesn't hurt. Thank you guys so much.
Oh my gosh!
That is one. Oh, that was like. Oh, it's so
Yay! Oh my gosh, you guys.
You guys are
Awesome,
amazing.
you guys.
You guys are amazing. So that is like
There's more.
a pug and a half at this point. So thank you guys for contributing to that goal. That'll waive the adoption fees for a pug, so a family can take them home and they can be forever friends. So thank you for doing that. That's it, Dom. We don't need to. Oh, and please do. You can still do !adopt to see the NPCs that are actually true, real life adoptable dogs in different states. There might be one near you that you could take home and love forever. And yeah, I think that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please tune in next week. Until then, we will see you later. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.